The world always changes, but one thing is still the same. Even the strongest pass through Oz Gate. So when you fight, fight with honor, because cowards die forgotten, and we wait for you. On the other side.
When will you pass through?
Hello! Welcome to Shadows of Archonia 2, our weekly Worlds Without Number live stream campaign. I said 2 and I held up one finger. That's nothing. That's nothing. My name is Steve Boshier, and I'll be your game master for the evening.
Woo! Steve. My name's Alan, and I'm be Eddie Bones. Welcome to the Bone Zone. let me show you.
Bone Zone! Yeah. Merch.
Man got laid once, and he's suddenly the bone.
Hi, I'm Yuri. I am playing Sally, the warrior.
Name's Max.
You're not the king yet.
Soon to be king.
Soon to be
You're
king.
not crowned. You can't-
Anen Beth the Third, God Lorian to the lost elves of Archonia. Hello.
I'm Matt, and I'm playing Asarius Trufane, the wizard fox, who can't even... You could fit inside of your crown.
That door got slid open somehow. Would you mind?
I mind.
Thanks. Yeah, so here's your content warning. Watch out! Content. We say adult stuff. We're not intentionally too vulgar most of the time. But yeah, watch out. Get out of here. There's violence, horror themes, sexual content, bad language, and other things. So be warned.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about the game, World Without Number, like I mentioned, by Kevin Crawford. That's what we're playing tonight.
The Kevin Crawford.
This is Alan's job. Say the company.
Sign nominee.
Sign nominee.
Hey.
Right. Yeah, so we play that. Let's see. Music is all licensed through motionarray.com. What you heard in the intro was Prepare for Battle by Digital Daydream and Skullbreaker by Fir Tree Audio. You will hear other Motion Array tracks throughout the stream in the background. All of the artwork, all the character art is by me. Many of the other assets used in the character art and in the intro animation are licensed from other sources, but the artwork itself is by myself. So I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as Mighty Works Character Portraits, and on ArtStation under my real name, Steve Boshier, which is there.
Wow, you're so talented.
Ooh.
Thanks, man. Let's see. Come hang out in our Discord. I'm going to put that link right here in the
What up, Carlos?
Twitch chat. Hey, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos.
Oh, Carlos been there for a while. I didn't look up and see it. All right. Yeah, and I'll copy that over to YouTube in a minute. But join us in the Discord. We're all in there except Matt. He's got his own Discord. He's so busy.
I'm there sometimes.
He's there sometimes. All right. What else we got? other stream on Monday nights, Tales from the Backlog. We missed this week due to unavoidable circumstances involving one of our cast members, but we will be back on Monday, rain or shine, even if it's just me with one Nuka-Cola. We're going to go.
No, Yuri will be there.
Yuri's going to be there.
Yeah.
Yuri's gonna be
Oh, coin.
no coin this week. There wasn't a game. Sorry, guys.
There would have been a coin.
There would have been a coin. There would have been 2 coins if we'd gone last night. Yeah, so obviously Alan and Yuri showed off their shirts. We have merch over at shadowsofarchonia.com. You can head over there and buy some. If you're on Discord, be aware we have a YouTube channel with all our back episodes of both shows. And if you're on YouTube, be aware that we're on Twitch. We're live streaming on both platforms at the same time right now, so there's not much to recommend one over the other. But you can go there if you want.
You'll see our beautiful faces. We're all there.
And if you like what we do, please consider joining our Patreon. Every little bit helps. So, that's all the credits, right?
All of
Well
it.
done.
What happened
Well done,
last?
sir.
What happened last week, Steve?
What
Recap
the
us.
hell?
I don't know.
We were in it.
A
I think
giant
my mom.
I was so high.
Lando Calrissian came with a big fleet of the galaxy.
No, okay, so no. What really happened was Eddie and Anen both had private conversations with Moira Smoothskin,
Oh yeah.
Yep.
the dead dwarf. And let's see, Eddie found out that he's sort of a chosen spy of the Archons who have left the planet in search of a means to battle destiny. And Anen found out that the council of powerful immortal beings that the parties encountered several times was in fact formed for the express purpose of killing gods should the need arise. And because of a sort of power balance, a political stalemate between the council and the existing gods, Moira could not tell that information, nor could any other council member, to a mortal. But since he's not a mortal, it was a little bit of a loophole.
Oh, yeah. Also, they're all mind controlled.
Well, not all the time.
Not all the time, but they're under the influence.
They are not all the council members, but the basically the 4 PCs from last campaign are all infected by destiny. The founders of this iteration of the universe,
Including anyone who's like what you said, like
Connected to them.
70%,
63%.
63%.
63%. So most people, but quite importantly, the founders, because one of them is Throck, the multiversal avatar of Might, who's basically invincible, and another one is the goddess of death, one of the 3 sisters. So Destiny has potential control over those people.
But it's not a constant thing.
It's not constant, but it's like he's got a foothold, and he's got a foothold on 63% of all mortals as well.
So at any time when we're hanging out with just a random stranger, they could potentially be him.
They could. Yeah. So at the end of the episode, we skipped over a 10-day period in which the fleet of ships you guys have captured were repaired. And as we were gearing up for the potential invasion of Lowlight to take back the throne, a fleet of allied Acladorian Navy ships appeared offering to support you. In fact, not even necessarily offering to support you, but declaring that they were going to remove the power of Lowlight.
How many total ships came?
That is our first dice roll.
Okay. That's
Since you asked, roll a d20.
just a d20
With advantage.
with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Swear to God, if you roll.
Yeah, I was gonna like if I roll 1, that'll be so bad.
You're done rolling for the night.
Oh,
Right, that's no, leave it.
well, that was a 14.
Yeah,
2.
we'll take the 14.
Yeah, we'll pick
14 ships.
Yeah, 14 ships.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now,
nice.
that's 14 additional ships. You already had 7, right?
7, yeah.
Because you had the Wayfarer, the Salt Maiden, the Harbinger. No, you sent the Harbinger away. But you had the Wayfarer, the Salt Maiden, and then you got 5 ships that you captured
And
from
repaired Independence.
from the sea battle, and then 4 more that you captured in the air battle,
Yes,
and potentially a 5th, but it hasn't been repaired yet.
we're that good.
Yeah.
So 21 ships,
Or just lucky.
21, 22 ships.
Yep. About like that. So we're gonna do a few things to get a move on this invasion. First of all, we need to determine what happens on the full moon, because that full moon is going to come during transit between here and low light.
So I was gonna say that he could just put me in that stasis bubble.
Well,
But-
we established that doesn't work, right? Because it just delays.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just
that's
wolf when you
Yeah.
pull it out.
Or I could do Liberating Song to at least give you a leg up on.
I wonder if that would work.
Or we just kill you and then it'll revive you.
Or we could just
It gives
chain
you-
you and throw you overboard for a while until you.
hang you.
Yeah.
It gives
Eddie
you
would probably
a
cut
mental
the
saving
rope,
throw
though.
to shrug off those effects.
Wait, what does it do again?
Grants ally insight a mental saving throw to shrug off mind or emotion control.
Okay, we'll say it this way. Roll it as written. You have all of the bonuses, the silver, the salt, and you'll do advantage because of his ability.
I'm rolling a d20.
Yep. You just got to beat your mental saving throw.
Oh man, this.
I do want it to be known that now I have 12 system strength.
That's it?
Man,
What happens? What happens?
You guys can sleep off. First of all, you all should be minus
yeah.
10.
Yeah,
because we
it's
skipped
10
10
night.
days.
Oh!
I will have been working
Okay.
on spells
So-
during that time.
so I got 12 on the die,
Okay.
and my mental save is 8.
Yeah, you beat it.
So I beat it.
Great.
Four. Yeah.
So I'm thinking Eddie's just getting more control over this power now.
Yeah, it's still
After-
possible to lose control, but it's unlikely.
Meanwhile, I'm outside the door, just playing a little ditty.
Yeah, so we'll just go ahead and say that full moon passed. Now, we're going to move on. Oh, we need to know how much money you lost gambling.
Yes, we do. Because Sally spent some of her time carousing. What should I do? Roll a D.
Yeah, roll a d20. On a 10, you break even. And we'll go 5s up and down from there. But first, before you roll, tell me how much you're gambling with.
You know what?
Can
Well, do I also get advantage on this, like Eddie?
No.
can I help her?
You're lucky I'm not making you roll more than once.
Right. Okay.
Can
I probably come out with 100 gold.
Can I actually help her on this?
How?
By using my future talent, I can see what the next hand
my
will be.
God.
They did talk about using that.
Yeah.
You would like to use your ability to see the future to cheat at cards.
Yes.
And
For that day.
How much would you like to cheat at cards?
At that point, I would tell her the next hand's going to be a winning hand, so just bet everything.
Okay. So here's what you're going to do. I need the... You need to roll, instead of the luck check I was going to have you roll, you're going to just immediately double your money. But you guys have to roll a convince check to not get caught.
I was going to say stealth or convince or something.
Stealth could work.
convince.
I'll say it'll be Sally rolling, but because of Eddie's help, we'll give you an extra d6 and drop the lowest.
Okay.
That's a
All right,
tool for
guys.
how help works here.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
So I got 6-3.
Not bad.
A 9 on the dice.
9 on the dice.
Are you using convince or sneak?
Convince, which I have a 0 in, so that means I don't get any modifiers.
9. So with a 9, they're suspicious of you, but
Prove anything.
you get away with it.
Yeah, they can't prove it.
You are able.
Yeah.
You're able to.
Yeah.
My winnings this
You're
week.
able to spot when they're getting suspicious and take your winnings and go before it's
I've
too
been
late.
wanting to do that for like 4 weeks. I was like, I can't wait until Sally does a bet. I want to be there for it.
So I guess I just break even if I split half my earnings with Eddie.
Eddie gets a 300 gold.
Yeah,
You're
okay,
telling
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Dag nabbit.
Give him 50. Don't.
Oh no, but it's a stakes. I'll give you 50, Eddie.
All right, that's fine. I'll take the 50.
Because I placed the 100 as my stake, so.
Okay. Yeah, that works. But yeah, so because of how you're cheating, you guys have to work out a system for Eddie to tell Sally what the hands are going to be.
Yeah,
And that's the point where you could get
Fine.
caught.
yeah.
Fine.
It's an interesting thing because, yeah, they could say, yeah. I guess I give like Sally like a couple tats on the shoulder, maybe.
No, he just sort of like scratches,
Oh, I like scratch my neck when it's gonna be a rolling.
fleas.
Yeah.
We're in like flea
Yeah.
areas.
I feel like this is mildly racist to the wolf community.
Now, please take 10 gold out for alcohol.
Okay, that's
You know,
fair.
That's fair though.
Don't casinos give away free alcohol anymore?
Yeah, but after Sally One Eye wins 100 gold without ever losing a hand, she's going to go elsewhere and drink.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay.
They definitely offer us a free road.
Oh, what happens to my golden guy?
You're golden. Oh, Heron.
Aaron.
We will conduct a scene with Heron on the ship.
Oh.
Are you going to seek him out?
I just wanted a quick fling with him on the island.
Oh, on the island. Well, he was coming with you.
During the 10 days.
Well, you can. Yeah, you can definitely.
Take that.
I don't know that I want to. I don't know that I want to consign that relationship to dice rolls. So
Yeah.
I mean,
We have like.
we've been.
That Eric here.
Hold on. Can we have like a
Lord of
conversation and just be like, listen.
The dog wins.
I basically fast forwarding this, just tell you like now that I know that my guy is alive. Heron is all yours.
Yeah,
You can have him.
yeah.
It wasn't going to be a long term thing anyway. You could have him now.
You're gonna have him now.
I don't want. I don't know. I don't want leftovers.
Sloppy side.
Oh my gosh.
This is about a guy. It's okay.
No, it isn't. I don't know who told you that rule.
Speaking of that, was Grace free during these 10 days at all?
Yeah, of course.
So we spent time
You
together?
spent time with Grace.
Okay.
Yeah, it got weird.
What,
Yeah,
what do you mean weird? It's a
It got
natural
weird
thing.
Because it's you.
because you're a wolf. You're a shape
What?
changer. Trust me, Grace wants it to get weird.
She was like, she was,
Fetish.
yeah, she was like, Eddie turns to the wolf. I'm like, we don't have to turn to the wolf. I was like,
Yeah,
wow.
Before we leave, I do have like a nice dinner with all of you guys. I picked you out for like a
Aw, that's nice of you.
dinner and just basically emphasize like, I didn't like you guys to begin with.
Still don't like you.
Come on.
No, I think
We're friends now.
Yeah, but we don't have to like each other.
I like you.
Oh, that's
I-
because I'm me.
No, here's what I see in you, and this is me speaking to this because we might not all live. But I see you as the strong admiral that you are, someone that will command a huge fleet, maybe for low light, maybe not. But wherever you go, I know that those under your command will feel you and honestly stand loyal to you.
Some guy in the back. I'm scared right now.
Eddie,
Can I roll like an insight check or something to make sure this is really Anen?
Notice plus charisma.
do I roll anything? This is.
If you want to oppose.
I'm not opposing.
Yeah, I assume it's.
I rolled 2 1s.
Bro, snake eyes on this.
She's already drunk.
Yep.
The dinner just started.
But
By the way, I'm there, but I'm literally just like, I'm eating, but I have my
Yeah.
notes and I'm kind of going over things.
Eddie,
yeah,
you honestly like one of the kindest mentors that I've ever happened to come upon, and trust me, I've had a lot of mentors and all of them were just jackasses. it has been so nice to be your friend, to go through the shit that we have gone through, and honest to the gods, thank you for your friendship.
No, yeah.
Yes. Make it quick. I got a lot of work to do.
Thank you for being a father.
Oh shit.
This keeps happening.
Thank you for walking through it all with me.
Sometimes running.
Or sometimes running, absolutely, but just seeing me through all of this. And I know your past. We don't have to go into that again, but thank you for trusting me and for moving past it all to be like my dad.
You know, I have been around a long time, as you know.
Not right now. We're having a moment. Can you bring the food in a couple more minutes?
2 more beers, though, thanks.
Yeah, come on, please. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Thank you.
Oh,
Cheers.
no, I meant 2 more.
Oh, 2 more.
Additional
Yeah,
ones, yes.
yes.
Do you want it in a bowl or?
He'll
I
take one
noticed
bowl.
that
Yeah.
he's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she ruined my train of thought.
They always do that. They come
Right?
in at the most inopportune time.
Terrible times.
So
I have been around a long time, and I've seen so many people, and I've never seen anyone grow with more drive and ambition than I've seen in you. So,
Thank you.
Is everyone enjoying their meal?
Yes. The shrimp is just absolutely delicious. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's actually the type of insect we have here.
Lovely.
Yes.
Lovely.
Quite popular. All right. Yeah. So, anything else that needs to be done before leaving Earthstall?
Stock up provisions.
if we spent 10 days there, then I would like to at least create 1 spell in that time.
Okay. What would you like to create?
I think the first one is going to be the ability to identify people that are controlled by Destiny or the Omnium Bindstone. I was thinking it's actually just an adaptation of apprehending the arcane form and combining it with my knowledge of the Omnium Bindstone. So I'm just going to literally call it either apprehending the Omnium form or Omnium Resonance.
Okay. So what you're doing is you are opposing your past, more powerful self. In order to create this spell. Apprehending the arcane form is level 1, is that right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I've had it for a long time.
Yeah.
It's either 1 or 2.
Yeah, I think so as well. But what I'd like you to do...
First level.
First level, okay.
So, without the book, this spell would be level 5. Because
Sick.
your working is such that gods could not detect it.
Yeah.
With the book, you're going to roll.
But I am the mechanic.
Yeah. So let's have you do a magic check.
Okay.
We'll do a +2 for having the book.
Sweet.
And if you get... We'll start this at a level 4. And every 2 points you get above 8, it'll go down a spell level.
Oh, sick. Okay. Because I can't even do a 4.
So if you get a 10, it's a level 3.
Great. I need at
Is
least a
there
10.
any way that I can help him out on this?
Yes.
Okay.
If you help, then
doesn't
he can
count.
roll
Whatever it
3d6,
is.
drop the lowest.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna help and just kind of be
Okay.
well, your second eyes on this spell.
All right. Yeah, like, quick, pass me that
Yeah,
flask of
absolutely.
whatever alcohol that I need to... Just kidding. Yeah. All right, well, we got a 6, a 5,
Hell yeah.
and a 2. So 6 and 5 are my highest.
So that's...
+2, +3, so that's +5 basically, and one more is +6. So 12, 17.
This is a level 1 spell.
Great.
Great.
All right. Well done.
Yeah, I'll just throw one clap way over there. So it's basically, I imagine it's the equivalent of apprehending the arcane form, which has a
Yeah.
range.
In fact, we'll hold this in to the same spell, and we'll say from now on, anytime you cast apprehending the arcane form, you can see who's infected.
Okay, great.
Nice.
Sick. And next time I have time, I have another spell I want to work on.
Okay. So immediately of the crew and the Wayfarer, Mock and Heron, and that's it.
Well,
Aaron.
Do we really want him on the ship, you guys?
I'm glad we.
No.
I'm glad we knew for sure that Mock was infected because now I have tested the spell and I know it works.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's not like a false.
You also
positive.
learn an interesting factoid, which is that when Destiny told Eddie that no one on the ship was infected, he was telling the truth, which
Yes.
may or may not mean something.
Miracle of miracles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't lie, at least in that instance.
So I would also at some point cast it in like a bar or something and just see if I get roughly 63% of the patrons there.
You'd have to. I mean, it's too small a sample size, and you'd know that, but you could cast it a few times, and it seems about right.
Okay, yeah. Diligent testing. All right.
What a nerd just doing
I got here somehow.
I assume Earthstone knows we're about to go fight the
Yeah,
do the thing.
they're lending their aid to you in an administrative manner. They're out of ships to fight with, but
Do you think they would give us any like better weapons or armor that could help us with this final battle?
that's a great point. Yeah, they would arm you to the best of their ability. You don't want, sailors in plate mail. That's something you don't want. But you could get weapons and armor for the crew. We'll say we'll just abstract that to any time crew combat happens during this campaign, this naval campaign, not this game campaign. We'll just add a +1 to crew combat rolls.
Cool.
For weapons and armor granted by Earthstall.
I decline any for me pocketing Renly's dagger.
All right.
I wasn't even there. I was in the lab the whole time.
All right. Yeah, you're in the lab the whole time. And what a thing you have done in the lab. That's very impressive.
Be very valuable, yeah.
Yeah. It's valuable information, but at the same time, it's like the most basic spell you could create that has anything to do with Destiny. So I am going to bring up the map now. So, currently, you guys are at Earthstall. You're going to sail to Lowlight. Because of all the reefs and the stuff you got to go around and the mini ships that are traveling with you, it's going to be 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, I'm definitely going to try to work on another spell in that time.
Okay,
I think it's one of the ones you actually gave me on this list.
Oh, right. You wanted to learn one.
Yeah.
But we have flying ships, so I would like to send some of us to scout ahead.
Okay. Are you taking the Wayfarer or one of the captured ones?
Let's use one of the captured ones.
What are their orders?
To see what the naval situation is at Lowlight, and to see if there are any more, what their air force situation is, if at all possible to determine.
Copy that. Okay, so on behalf of this crew, please roll a intelligence or dexterity sail check. This will be the crew's. You're not going with them, are you?
No.
Okay, then this will be the crew stats. I'll give them a +2. Because I assume you would send your best air sailors to do this.
We're all very new at this job.
Yeah.
That is a 7 + 2 is a 9.
Nice.
Okay. They are able to get in and out without being engaged. They tell you that what they saw, and they'll catch up to you as you're moving. They'll come back and meet you. What they encountered was a number of ships in the water about 30.
30.
And an additional 10 in the air.
Right, okay.
Wow.
Man, 10 ships in the air?
And
Where are all these flying ships coming from?
would
Dang.
you like to know?
Well, they're fucking wizards.
Eric, excuse me, Anen. And I think I say it differently every time. Anen or Anen?
Anen.
Anen, sorry. Anen, you knew the names of the 5 ships that you fought in the water because you know your own navy. The same is true of the ships that you captured in the air battle. I didn't come up with names for them all, but you know these are your ships. They've been outfitted with these flying machines, but they are part of the low light navy. And based on the numbers that you've been given by the scouts now, you're assuming that these are all ships that low light already had. And they are, some of them are being outfitted to be flight capable.
Gotcha.
How many of the allied crew came with us again?
So the ones you captured in the air are useless.
No, I mean like the allied Acladorian.
Oh,
It's
you rolled
14.
14, yeah?
14. That's
14.
right.
So I think we have 22 total ships. I think that was...
You know, it was 14 plus whatever's in the sheet plus 4.
That's 5.
There's
You're
5 in the sheet?
I'm saying,
Yeah, there's 5 in the sheet, so that's 19 plus 4 is 23.
23.
do you have the names for the ships?
I do.
Okay. I was gonna send it to you.
Yeah, and there's way more than that now. So,
Cool.
Oh,
Except for the 4 airships, I don't have those names yet.
Yeah. Well,
I was going to say, during those 10 days before we left, are there like ship upgrades we can do for the Wayfarer?
ooh.
Yeah, I really want a battering ram.
on
Yeah.
the Wayfarer?
Yeah, on the Wayfarer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, how much? Yeah.
let's look at it.
Yeah, because we haven't gotten a single ship upgrade yet.
Yeah, well, you guys have been trading ships so quickly through this
Yeah,
campaign. You've been on 3 different ones. Let's take a look
Can't
at
imagine us finding a better one than this one. Though.
a battering ram.
Yeah.
Battering ram and
Okay.
maybe reinforce something.
A large ram can only be used on road ships. There you go. Can't use it on a sailboat.
Dang it.
We can't like...
You could mount it, but it cannot be used without oars.
Can we reinforce the ship in any way? Is it like a reinforced upgrade?
Yeah, there are all kinds of, let's see, ship fittings, boarding rig, braced hull would be something. So it would cost 20% of the base cost of the ship. So I believe I used a war galleon as the base hull for the Wayfarer. Or I might have used ship of the line. Probably use ship of the line. It's big. So it would be a huge amount of money.
Yeah.
You may do the math if you wish.
Well, I assume Erstal will help us like upgrade the ship in some way.
Well, they're not made of money either.
No.
And they already lost all their ships to lowlight.
War is also expensive. So.
Yeah.
Raise taxes.
You said it would be half the amount of the ship?
20% the base cost of the
20%.
ship. And let me look at the sheet here.
How much a ship of the line?
Let's see. The Wayfarer is...
Yeah, why is the ram only... We can at least refine the cannons.
75. We have the money. We have like 100,000 gold.
Yeah. Refining the cannons is only cost
Spent a
2,000.
lot
It's only 2,000.
Redecoration.
So 20% of 2,000, that would be
20% of 2,000?
yeah.
I'm still trying to remember what the hull was that I used.
20% of 2,000 is 400.
Ship of the line. Yeah.
Yeah. We can at least refine the cannons. Sorry, rifle the cannons.
What does that do?
Accuracy.
Yeah. Accuracy and also damage. I think a 1d12.
Carlos is saying that's 1,500 to buy the braced fitting.
15,000.
Yeah, 15,000.
silver though.
Oh,
In
Yeah,
silver, yeah. You guys are
Yeah, we have
converting
gold.
gold to silver, so
That's true.
Yeah,
only
so,
a tenth of that in gold.
yeah. So we should have plenty.
Yeah. The Worlds Without Number books assume everything is priced out in silver, but it's a pirate campaign, and you gotta have gold
Carlos,
pieces.
you rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, we man, can't we afford the reinforced plating?
We
then?
definitely can, and I definitely
Yeah.
think we should.
Yeah, let's at least get the reinforced plating.
Okay.
Let's
So it's +2 ship armor class.
Okay. I will update the sheet right now.
+2 ship armor class. Yep.
Where is it?
Reinforced.
Fittings.
And
Planking.
-1 ship grace.
So, reinforced planking. Where's my keyboard?
Unless we also get improved rigging.
So we're getting 1 reinforced planking on
Yeah.
the Wayfarer, yeah?
Yeah. +2 to the armor class, -1 ship grace. And I don't know if there's any rules about getting improved rigging. That would give us +1 grace to a maximum of +2.
To the audience, this is true RPG fashion. We are making sure that we are very powerful in this final fight.
Yeah, gotta be.
Final. This is a U.
In this
This
fight, that
this
is
is a
pretty
big,
momentous.
yeah.
It's the
Because
final countdown.
I kind of also like the braced hull, like 20% greater maximum ship hit points, rounded up.
well, yeah, but how much is 20%?
20% of 75,000.
20%, 75,000.
That's the 15,000
Yeah,
silver, so
15,000.
1,500 gold.
1,500? Yeah, yeah. Let's get that too.
Sorry, what were we discussing? Braced hull?
Brace hull. Yeah.
You already have a braced hull on the Wayfarer.
Oh.
Ready? So that
Then let's get the improved rigging, which
Okay.
gives us +1 grace, +1 grace. So it cancels out the -1
Great.
grace.
There you go. I've added them both to the spreadsheet. It should update the stats automatically.
nice.
Damn, that's awesome.
Google Sheets.
Hell yeah.
Not a sponsor.
The great googly oogly.
and I think that's a fair amount of stuff we can do in 10 days.
Yeah,
Oh,
any more than that would probably put you more. Now, you can stay longer than the 10 days. I'm assuming you did a little bit, but now we're in the water.
No, we want to act as soon as possible.
Yeah. So, like I said before the cameras rolled, we are going to do the quick sea combat rules to determine some outcomes here. This is from Atlas of the Latter Earth. There's a whole big long ship combat section, but then for things like this where you need to get through a lot of stuff fast, we can use ship combat. And we're going to modify it as well because we are dealing with not just one ship versus one ship, but fleets. So, what is your plan of attack? Let me bring the map back up.
Nuke it.
Wrong button.
I think it depends on where our enemy ships are located. And then we'd probably want to do some sort of flanking motion.
Well, here's my idea. Have a majority of our ships meet draw their attention away.
Distraction.
As a distraction. There is a place that's not very well known near the stacks that we can park at. Get off. Just knowing that Erik is alive, I would like to meet with him before and just discuss everything. Plus, with us being on the ground level, we can then infiltrate the actual castle itself and find, I suppose, whatever base of operation is happening with the Cabal within the castle.
We do need information, right?
Yes. If there's a resistance happening within Lowlight itself, we need to go to the stacks. So go to the place where a lot of black market deals are being held. And so we need to sneak through the back. At least our main ship. Everyone else distracts them on the west side. thoughts, prayers?
I would say it would be more helpful to have that information before we do any sort of plan of attack, but we could certainly work with a distraction that way.
I like the distraction idea for sure. But I think it's better if we can safely secure our ships in battle before we go into low light.
Well,
directly.
let me highlight the terrain here. I don't have too much of a zoomed in map, but you see all of these islands are low light. Now on the big one, you've got these 4 mountains surrounding the main city, but these islands are also populated, and this sort of sea between the islands is going to be where the main ports are. So it's kind of defensible in that way because it's surrounded by mountains on the main island, and then it's surrounded by islands to get to the port. The ships that your scouts saw are sort of fanned out in all these gaps, while the flying ships are patrolling the whole thing.
We gotta at least take out those flying ships first,
Absolutely.
and then we'll probably have a lot better chance. So
Well, we've taken that. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm going to say y'all have taken down. We have taken down. I was not there. Flying ships with just our one ship. So, similar thing. Oh, wait, but they're all 10. That might be a little tricky.
But one more now too.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, and none of the 10 are on the scale of the Wayfarer. The Wayfarer is the biggest ship in these seas.
yeah,
We have 4, so that's 5 against 10.
I think our main point of attack is to try to take out those flying ships, because then the bottom ships, if we have at least 1 or 2 flying ships left, we can take out all the bottom ships.
Then we draw the tension away from the flying ships to the east, because most likely if they join the battle with our actual ships, they're just going to be fried. They're going to lose. So we draw them away to the east while everybody else pushes into the islands and fights the ships there.
Sure, we can try that. Yeah.
I still.
In the meantime, then you would like to go onto the island and meet with your lover?
Yes. Yes. I would like to meet with Erik. Yes.
Would this be the best time though?
He's with the resistance. I want to see what information they've gathered so we can.
Yeah, he's a potential military ally. He's not just Eric's boyfriend.
I mean,
Thank you, Red Pink.
I mean, we could coordinate with him and start an uprising at the same time we're attacking their naval forces and their air forces.
That further confounds them. Yes.
Right.
I would like you guys with me on the ground shore. If you're up for that. I know that's drawing you away from your actual ships, but being that, I mean, we've gotten this far, I would like you there with me when I infiltrate the castle.
I would like to be there as well, but I am the leader of the airships, at least, nominally.
You're actually not the leader of all these ships. 14 of them are from other cities that are allied with Lowlight, but are not loyal to Lowlight. So
I said the airship.
you're appointed by the rightful king of Lowlight, so they're going to follow your lead to an extent. Like, you'll be in the conversation, but you're not required to lead all the ships. Out of 23, 14 of them are allied with you, but not under your command.
Yeah, no, I figured like the allied ship would take care of the
What about Venora? I mean, she's been with us flying
and
as well as
bring
manning everything.
Gertie.
Yeah, I feel like they at least have enough experience with the Wayfarer to ride it to victory.
Yeah, Venora hasn't been on the Wayfarer much, but Gertie has.
Hacia la victoria. Onward onto victory. This is our moment.
Are you gonna be able to tear away from your lab for this?
Reluctantly, but yeah.
It's the assholes that fucked all of us up.
Oh, I know. That's the only reason I'm doing it. And because it's important to you guys. And you.
All right, let's infiltrate Lowlight then.
One more little piece of info to sort of drop in there. This was always intended, I don't think I said it out loud, except that it was kind of the lead ship in one of the battles and had a fancier name. But La Orgullosa de Araguin, the flagship of your fleet, which you have captured. Awesome. It doesn't fly.
Uh-huh.
It might be meaningful for you to be on that one.
Yes, then I will definitely be on that one.
Even though it is a lesser ship than the Wayfarer.
All right, then let's go.
All right, let's do it. So, how many engagements can we break this down into for these quick combat rolls? You're going to have a distraction fleet that will undoubtedly enter combat, but you're trying to draw away from where? So I'll put an arrow here.
If I'm right, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we're sending in the fleet into the islands.
Okay.
To draw the attention, that way, so people can join us in.
Are you going to try and circle around and come in like here, or do you want to come in like at the closer point here?
Not at the closer point, because if we're trying to also draw away the flying ships, if they see the naval ships, they will.
Yeah, I think the airships would go in first to draw away the airships away from the water ships, so that way the water ships can come in.
That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, I totally agree with that. So the airships will go south. Yeah.
Okay.
They will go south. So
they'll come from that way.
Yeah.
No problem. And then the water ships will come like here or here?
Yeah, more towards the middle, just so there's no, spotting of the actual fights that are going on. Just to draw both attentions away from everything. And then, if possible, if there is a, break in the fight where everything is just like congealing with itself, we want to sneak in through that first island between
there?
Yeah, right there, and sneak into the stacks.
In which ship? Or perhaps not in a ship?
No, not in a ship.
Okay, so
Eddie, you guys are okay with that?
Yeah, because we're going to stealth in.
We're going to stealth in.
Eddie can fly. How are the rest of you going to travel that if you don't have a ship?
Eddie's going to make multiple trips.
Wait,
I did mention.
How far is it?
A ridiculous distance. You're trying to come from over the horizon without being seen.
Oh, okay.
I did mention. I don't know if you're going to allow this, and if not, that's okay. But being that, low light could be a prime area for a lot of like black market deals, specifically going into the stack. Would there be like a secret passage that I would be, privy to?
You're the exact person who would not be privy to it.
But my mom.
Well, not your mom, but maybe your admiral, former smuggler. Let's roll connect.
And I also roll connect? Oh, I forgot.
It's you that's rolling it.
Oh, that's right.
You that's rolling. Okay.
You're part of the Brassers, former smuggling.
I do have the focus connected. Like, if I had spent a week in a location, I would have built a web of contacts willing to do favors for me.
Okay.
And so I'm allowed one favor per game. But I haven't built it in Lowlight. I built it in Earthstall, hoping someone in there.
Right. But, I think we can assume that in your years as a smuggler with Jax, that you would have been in Lowlight for a week at some point.
All right. So we're rolling my connect then.
Yeah. Because, you're from the Brass Islands, which is right there. Mm-hmm. So, like, this whole area would have been your turf and all up here.
That's true.
That's true. So then can I use my connected focus that says that I have a contact willing to do a favor for me?
Yeah, but what's the favor?
Smuggle us in.
Yeah.
We can be smuggled in cargo.
Into the stacks.
Okay. So your contact will do a favor for you. It is going to be difficult. Your contacts are not used to smuggling into low light A, people, and B, during a military blockade.
Yep.
So that's going to be difficult. We'll say, because your contacts are helping you, you're going to get a +1. I'm going to call this a group sneak check.
Okay.
We're going to skip sail since you guys aren't sailing. Everyone roll a sneak check. If at least 2 of you get above a 9, you get in.
I'm imagining this is like.
I don't have any skills in sneak, by the way, you
Oh,
guys.
I have 1 in sneak. I'm imagining this is like through a mountain. There's like a passage that was like, I don't know, broken in by miners once upon a time.
Yeah, probably dwarf.
Can I? So
Does he get to roll for True Feign and the other True Feign?
Yes.
Asarius and Rinley.
Yes.
I also have wind walking, which I can basically give one of you guys the ability to, but not the ability. You literally become a cloud of mist for the duration of it.
I rolled a 6. I have failed my
So
sneak
maybe
check.
wind walking for this one.
I need a wind
I
walk.
rolled exactly 9.
It will use a spell slot, but yes, I can turn you into mist, and you can move in all dimensions and directions.
4, 5, 6,
The duration
7,
is-
8, 9, 10.
That's 2 people passed. We're done.
Never mind.
No spell necessary. You
Save,
guys sneak.
save your spell.
Okay, great.
What'd you get? Out of curiosity.
I do have 1 sneak, so I got a 9.
Oh yeah.
So, Sally, what's the name of your contact?
Jacko.
Jacko sneaks you in a tiny little rowboat that is painted the same color as the water around low light, the exact shade of greenish blue.
Nice.
And there is a tarp that goes over it that is also that color. And he is able to get you guys right in through this ancient dwarven tunnel. No dwarves live in low light for the most part, maybe a couple, but at one point they dug this tunnel and then moved on. So,
Eddie, why'd you fought?
What?
Dude, it stinks down here.
No, that's just the fish outside. That's just the fish.
Really? I thought that was something you ate.
Move your ass.
not a fishing boat.
Told you not to eat that pickled herring.
At least I smell better than your dog.
That's funny coming from someone who looks out.
We're sneaking in now.
Sally, you're keeping real shady company these days.
Just as shady as you are, my friend.
We're just
I
really good
take
at
that
zoning out.
personally. All right, so you guys get into the stacks. Before we move on to any scenes in the stacks, we need to resolve the other 2 things. So you are trying to get 30 ships distracted away from you
Oh yeah.
to the north using 23 minus, 5 that are flying, so 18. Not impossible, but roll 2d6 on that quick combat table. And yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Oh, +1. +1.
Oh,
Plus
plus 1. That is a 9, 10.
10 victory. The foe has a 3 in 6 chance of fleeing. Otherwise, even odds you sink or capture her if not fighting carefully. So we will say that basically it's a stalemate.
Okay.
Victory in this sense represents the successful distraction. And
It's
and
just a game of cat and mouse.
yeah, exactly. Now we'll need to roll for the airships. You're trying to use 5 flying ships to distract 10.
5 flying ships.
Oh,
are
come on.
distracted.
Come on.
Come on, don't roll snake eyes.
Come on. Okay.
That's 7 on the die.
7, 8.
What
Can
do
I
we
add my soul check?
We have
We
coins.
can add coins to make it 10.
Add coins. Add
Yeah.
coins.
What do we need to beat?
Let's make it 9. So maybe 3.
No, what's
No,
one?
because we're at 8 right now.
1 for 9.
1 will be 9,
3 for 10.
and then 3 for 10.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do 3 for 10.
Do that.
It's important.
So you guys are rolling 2d6 on this combat roll. The difference between 9 and 10 is nothing
Oh, so we'll just
on,
roll a 9.
Oh.
on the table.
Wow.
If you take it to an 11, that makes it something else. That's more. 9 and 10 are both victory. It's the same that you got.
We have a lot of coins.
How much for 11?
We just
That'd be 4 more.
6. Well, yeah, 4 more.
But I don't
So
think
a
we should.
total of
I don't think we should pay for 11.
we'll just make
11,
this.
11 and 12 makes it decisive victory. You might take down one of those airships.
Let's
I think it's worth it.
do that. I'm gonna say yes. on
So
Okay.
I'm gonna say yes too.
Okay.
I have no
Sure.
opinion on it.
So how much is that total? It was 1, then 2.
1, 2, and
7.
4. So 7. You guys have 7?
Yep.
How many coins do we have left?
Not anymore, you
Not
don't.
much.
6,
Don't die.
7.
Okay.
First
We,
rule.
oh, God.
First rule of adventuring: don't die.
I'm going to make this another dice roll. There were 10 airships you were battling. Roll a d10. That's how many you remove from the scene.
Roll D10. That's something we removed from the scene. Woo! That's a 9.
Nine.
I removed 9 shit.
9 airships.
Woo! That was so worth it. That was
That,
so worth
that
it.
made those coins actually
That was
worth
so
it.
worth
Because
it.
now we're down to
Okay.
1 coin.
That was so worth it.
Do we get to keep any of those ships or loot any of those ships?
For now, they are too damaged to use in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have the crew to run them anyway.
Yeah.
But I would like to loot them for gold.
Again, no time. Also, you're not there
Yeah,
not even there.
we're not there.
What time of day is it?
Look how well our ships did without us.
Well, Green Gertie knows me.
all day. This takes all day. That's a D30.
It is a D30.
Roll that
Okay.
for the water ships.
Okay.
I'm kind of imagining as we like come out of the
I'm going to say you
the-
can't get higher than 15 though.
Hey, I got a 1.
You got a 1?
Yeah.
One of them sank.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm imagining as we like leave the dwarven tunnels into the stacks. There's a huge mountain that we see a lot of the ships just exploding kind of off the
Nice.
Oh, I'm sure you hear cannon fire for an hour.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and because of where we're at, it's like echoing.
Those upgrades on the Wayfarer, dang, man.
I need you
Yeah.
to create a communication spell.
It's already out there.
They exist. They're not hard. I have way better.
For me to talk with my crew.
No, you're not wrong. Tactically, information is far more important than even what weapons you have.
Yeah. So you guys, your Navy and Air Force are doing incredible things, and you are now entering the stacks. It is strangely deserted here.
I take out the dagger and then with my offhand ignite the accursed blade. So I'm wielding 2 weapons.
So any idea where your
I
friend
mean,
is?
I can. There was the area that we always like to go that kind of oversaw the ports coming in and out, but well, it's
Or secret messages, because I assume this was a forbidden romance. Like, maybe you would leave a message in a bottle or, like, on a board somewhere. Like,
I always stunk out. I'm that good.
but how would he know to meet you?
We just met up. It was kind of like a sundown kind of a thing, and we met under the secrecy of everything. The place is largely secluded, so he might be there with everybody. He might not be, but I'll lead the way.
What's this place like? Can you describe it?
Yeah. So it is secluded. It's kind of where the stacks are built onto the mountain. There is a sort of like an abandoned house. It acted more of a watchtower back in the day before it was completely just not used up due to time and people just forgetting about it because it's kind of at the southern end of the stacks.
So it's an abandoned house.
Yeah, abandoned house.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are able to make your way there. Actually, no. You guys are now moving through a hostile city, so I'll need a sneak check.
Sneaky bicky.
Group sneak again?
Yeah.
I'm leading. I know the area, and I've snuck around the stacks a lot.
Okay, yeah. You know what? Let's just have you roll it with a help.
Great.
For anyone watching, we have a house rule on help that you just add a d6 and drop the lowest. As written, it's just a +1, but it requires an additional roll that way, and we didn't like it.
Okay. That is 10 for me.
10. Yeah, you guys, you make it through. You hear activity in the city. You don't see anyone as you move through. People must be indoors, is your assumption. When you reach this old watchtower where you and Erik used to hang out, the door is busted in.
Oh no!
Rather than being sassy at this moment, can you do me a favor and smell if there's anybody in there? Be useful with your brain, not your mouth.
Or at least
What was that?
No. Yeah, I just reacted really, really surprised. I was.
He was like, I was just being genuine this time.
Yeah, I was being genuine.
Everybody heard it like I did, right?
Yeah,
I'm not crazy.
you just hit the wrong note when you said
It came out sarcastic.
I don't know. I heard genuine.
I wish somebody would draw fan art of that. Of seeing
Oh no!
that broken door and then. All right, you know what? I'll make up for it.
That or you're projecting your own concern.
Yeah.
I'll go in first. I'll go in first and see if the coast is clear.
Okay. In what form?
Not yet.
Fireball.
No. Well, no, not yet. I just go in.
Just as Eddie Bones?
Well, I sneak in.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I
Look around.
yeah, you know what?
You did mouse in the air.
Yeah. You know what? I'll do mouse.
Okay.
I'll do mouse and go into a mouse. Yeah, and just to make sure there's nobody in there.
There's nobody in here. It smells like a lot of people were in here at some point for like a long time. Like it kind of smells like a hostel. Just sweat and BO and like people were here. And it is destroyed. Like this is an abandoned place, so it wasn't much here, but like there are blankets, there are broken tables,
Bloodstains.
there's some blood stains, there's things overturned. It looks like people were like staying here in a large group and then were driven out.
So no bodies.
You see no bodies.
And I come back and it's just looks like they were taken by someone. All of them. Place is trashed.
All the hope of like meeting with Erik is like slowly depleting, but I just collect myself. Okay. Where would he go?
Is Jackal still here with us?
No, well,
No, he didn't
actually, at that point, can I look on the floor and see if there's tracks?
roll survive.
And before we go that far, too,
I thought you were a hunter.
before we leave this area,
I have.
you said it looked
+2.
trashed in there, right? Like there was a fight or struggle.
You guys are free to go in.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
nobody in there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we going.
Yeah.
Go in.
It is trash. There was a struggle.
Ooh, man.
I end up going upstairs to a place that kind of overlooks this city as it is, and I'm just like trying to hold it together so as to not break.
So that's 13's survive, right? Yeah.
Okay, 13. Yeah, you find tracks. On a 13, that's insane. That's
This is
That's really,
my
really
highest roll.
I'll come back to you in a second. But on the 13, you're 100% convinced that the people that broke in were soldiers. You can tell that their boots were of a uniform style. You can tell that metal weapons were used to break the door in.
Does the low light have like a castle, like a main castle or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Eddie just says they're probably there.
Well, and then because you got the 13, the other thing you're able to tell is, this is a lot of people. There's not going to be a trail you can definitively follow to like find a person, but there was some group of people that left in a different direction from where the soldiers left. So it looks like some people got away.
Some people escaped.
Yeah.
All right, I tell you that.
And I'll just answer Carlos in the chat there. Eddie is level 8, so that means he has 8 skin shifter forms. The arts that you have, I know you have the one that lets you change as an on-turn action.
Yep.
And
The plane.
Yeah, and perfect mimicry. Hey, Deltron.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have the plant flesh, the plant
flesh, yeah.
plant flesh, the perfect mimicry, and
A couple, one or two others.
and dump a bunch. Oh, the wisdom of this, the wisdom one that lets me fly.
Yeah.
If you share that, continue. If you share that information with us, there's no reason for me to. It sounds like there was no magic used here, right? From your investigation.
I mean,
There'd be no way Eddie would know that.
yeah, it's hard to tell. Everything's trashed.
Look, if it's all soldiers,
If you want to roll like a mundane investigation, like
Well, I
a
was-
magic check to see if you can see signs of magic, I get the sense you're trying to decide whether to cast a spell.
yeah, if it's worth the spell slot.
Unless they were enhanced.
So I can do notice or magic or whatever you want to do.
This would be, we'll treat it like what an Arcana roll would be in D&D, so use intelligence plus magic.
Okay.
And just see if you see signs of a spell.
5 on the dice, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You don't see the signs of any spells having been cast in this location.
Okay, well then
now,
that-
there are obviously a great many spells that wouldn't leave a sign that was visible
True.
to the mundane eye. So.
You know what?
But in terms of like a fireball that burned everything, that didn't happen.
Okay. I don't feel like I need to cast anything right now.
Maybe it's best to not cast anything
Yeah, I think I'm.
for a little bit, just in case they can track that.
I can at least try to track the tracks of the people that got away.
You're going to lose them in the city. City's too much, even for you.
It's so congested.
Yeah. Normally it is. Yeah.
Well, in terms of structurally.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, if we want to go for the for sure, then we should go to the place where the guards are going to be. So
That would be the barracks.
the barracks. So let's go to the barracks, but of course not go straight up there. Yeah, I can sneak in.
So, in terms of places of interest, you mentioned the palace. You would know the guards would live in the barracks.
But would they take
Prisoners wouldn't
there?
be in either of those places. Prisoners would be in the prison.
Speaking of the castle, we do know a back way in and out because that's how we got out originally.
That's true.
That's true, yeah. And so the palace is up on a high peak.
Yeah.
And there are caves below it, caves and caverns and tunnels, one of which you guys used to escape, another of which contained the Omnium Bindstone, which is now embedded in your flesh.
If I can get to one of the guards in one of my forms, study him for at least 10 minutes, I can take his form, and then I can go to the prison and potentially release anybody that's in there.
That.
10 minutes?
Yeah, 10
I
minutes.
like the idea, but 10 minutes is a long time where we can possibly be spotted.
Not if I'm a rat.
But you guys, the rest
What about the three of us?
I know. I can go in as the rat. You guys can be outside.
I can make anyone.
By the way, Renly is here, so it would be the four of you.
Oh, all four of us. Yes.
I could ask my contact for any like gossip or news.
Okay, so I can.
A faster way for me to take forms, by the way, is just to get either a drop of blood or some hair.
I mean, if you're willing to go to the barracks and sneak into one of the beds and take a strand of the hair, then be my guest. But I'm assuming they're magically enhanced where they can spot magic.
This is not magic. This is just natural.
No, it is
Yeah, it
magic.
is.
It's not a spell, but it is magic. The skin shifter is a mage subclass.
These are
But it's art.
I know, but it's not. It's a spell, but that doesn't mean it's not a spell, but that doesn't mean it's not magic.
these are powerful wizards.
But so the soldiers are wizards.
They might be magically enhanced. I'm not. I'm thinking the worst. I have to when it comes to
And
these wizards.
This is Renly. I understand your hesitation, And it is right to be nervous in a situation like this. But we cannot not take action. We are here to take action.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just so scared looking at all this.
We could spring a prison break, cause another distraction that way.
I like that. I think it would be best to rescue the people, to rescue Erik if he was captured with them.
Okay. Well, what I could do is go in there and make sure he's there first.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we can go to the prison. I can go in as a rat and just see if he's there, and then we'll go from there.
What if... How hard is it to get to the prison? Can you draw Eddie a map and the rest of us stay here in this building and hide?
Yeah, I mean, I can do that. From what I understand, from what I recall, there may be some back entrances to the prison itself, but those might have been, I don't know, found and captured and now protected. I'm still going to draw you the map.
And
I
maybe
start
a
to do that.
description of Erik.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's so beautiful.
I know he has green eyes.
You don't understand. Just look for the
He's got
best
green
looking
gray
dude.
eyes.
Just look for the best looking dude.
Wait,
That's
as a
him.
rat, can you see
He's
color?
hot.
Do rats see color?
Can you tell if someone has green eyes?
I don't fucking know.
I mean,
Sure,
isn't
yeah.
the goal to release everyone anyway? So it doesn't matter if
Well, it'd be nice to know.
amongst them.
It'd be nice to know if Eric's there, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I assume you give me a map.
Yeah, I to the best of my knowledge, just because I never really ventured into the prison area, because that's not a place that really interested me, but I draw what I think is the entrance to it, and any back entrances that I might have heard from Erik. So if I need to roll a knowledge check on it.
Erik Ysmir didn't know anything about back entrances to the prison.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I can't imagine you visiting.
And, what a shitty prison to have a back entrance.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sit tight, and I'll be back.
All right.
All right. Anybody for a game of cards?
Yep, Eddie goes
Oh,
off.
wait. Just in case, can you write me like a little note I can give to him, just in case I talk to him?
Is there a symbol or something that you could draw
Yeah.
that Erik would recognize?
Or words that only you two would have known that Eddie could?
Just to make sure he knows I'm not an enemy. What was your nickname for him?
Or that only that, yeah.
Oopsie whoopsie.
You're making it a lot more than feel it was. We love each other, yes, but that was never. Well, it was. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Should
Oh, do tell!
I write.
Is there something that was just between the two of you? That,
Honestly, it was probably that one kiss before everything turned to shit. So I write, the kiss below moonlight.
All right.
below moonlight?
Or under moonlight.
Under moonlight.
Under the moonlight.
Assign it to just in case.
Here, put some ink on your lips and kiss it.
I'm not gonna do that. I sign it and give it to you.
All right.
You know what? It's going to be below moonlight for reasons.
Okay, below moonlight. Okay. All right, I take that and I head to the prison.
Would it ever not be below moonlight?
I
It might be
immediately
in the daytime or indoors.
pull out my notebook and start working on stuff.
Oh, play your cards. Sure, why not? Might as well.
Oh,
Understand your gambling addiction.
During the journey here, you were going to work on another spell in the lab. What did you do?
So
We got the Omnium Milestone.
I need to finish. I started this already. I don't know if the date at the time invested has to be continuous. If you could. or-
No, it doesn't have to be.
Okay, great. Yeah, I've already started this spell last time, and then we stopped. Shoot, I just lost that page.
So what do we do?
It was the one that allows me
ones I
to
wrote.
learn spells a
I wanna
level
play
above.
round of poker.
Okay, yeah.
Here it is. Amplification of the Sovereign Art.
This is one I wrote. Do you want to read it for the video?
Done it
Sure. Learning the
before.
spell, even without casting it, enables a mage to learn level
Or the
higher
fifth.
than they can normally
even.
cast. These higher level spells must be learned by
Sorry,
finding
guys, we can't crosstalk on the mics.
in the world or developing them from scratch. They cannot be taken as part of a level advancement. In order to cast a spell of a level higher than normal, a mage must simultaneously expend 2 castings, one for the target spell and one for the this spell. The mage then makes a mental save at a penalty equal to the level of the target spell. If successful, the higher spell level spell takes effect as normal. If unsuccessful, the mage falls unconscious for 1d4 hours. So there's a cost to casting higher level spells.
Well,
And a risk.
Yeah, and cannot cast spells again until after a good night's sleep. Pass or fail, the mage also takes system strain equal to the level of the target spell.
So if you're going to use this to cast a level 4, you'd take 4 system strain, even on success.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm doing it because there's a couple higher level spells I need to start learning now.
Yeah.
And I can't even learn them yet, so.
It's fair.
I'm putting 2,000 gold towards this, or 20,000 silver. Or
Sure.
Whatever it is.
Whatever the number is, I don't have it in front of me.
I'm basically doubling the cost like in half the time.
Okay. And yeah, you are taking away 8 days from it anyway, right? Because of your level, or the weeks. Your spellcaster level reduces the amount of time you need to spend.
Oh shit, I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
I was going off just the straight 4 months or whatever it was.
Yeah, so you can bottom line, you can easily learn this in the time you have.
Okay. Do I have to spend the 2,000? I'll investigate. We can continue.
You look into the rules later.
Okay.
Yeah, so Asarius is a high mage elementalist multi-class.
Yeah.
Carlos is asking. So,
Head to the prison.
what form are you while traveling?
Rat.
So
Well,
that's-
actually, no. While traveling, dog.
okay, that
Dog.
makes more sense.
To
Speed
That's
up.
brilliant.
speed up there, and then when I get to the prison, I'll find like a bush or something and do the rat.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, Carlos, in fact, that's exactly why I created this spell, because I knew Matt was bummed that he would never get 5th level spells.
Yeah.
And we justify it by my backstory.
Yeah. So yeah, you reach the prison and turn into a rat. It's not difficult to find a way in at rat size. You can slip under any door, basically. But we'll come back to that. What are the 3 of you doing in the old watch house while you wait?
Shooting the breeze, fierce game of poker. Tied.
Fierce for you. I'm like,
So like, what are you gonna say when you meet your old romance guy?
you must understand. He's the one that kissed me, and
Oh,
I was set to marry a woman in the north up by my father before everything went to shit. And I don't know, there was more with Erik and I that I didn't allow myself to believe. And there was a specific night that we were hanging out here, actually. And I point over to kind of where like the broken window is that oversees the city. You can see the castle off to the far left. And yeah, I remember he was trying to balance on that area right there and doing terribly at it. And he always knew how to make me laugh. And he fell. I caught him. He hit me. And I wish I would have acted braver. I wish I would have allowed myself to repeat the words he said there. That he loves me. I got scared. I ran back to the castle. And then I fled. And I had to flee. And I didn't know if he was alive.
wow. And now he's leading a resistance movement. Probably for you.
Maybe for himself. The stacks meant a lot for him. these people meant so much to him, and I laughed at it every single time because I couldn't bear to be the king of something that had turned so ugly because of my father.
And you think he has the chops to do that job?
More so than me, absolutely. I have other things to attend to anyway.
Well, yeah, like saving the whole world.
Being a godful people, Erik honestly has inspired me to, if anything, be something for the people that died for me and fought for me in my previous lifetime. There was an old song, and honestly, it's kind of fitting if we're going into victory. I start to sing it to them to inspire the next portion of this, and I begin to sing a war song. Commit effort for the day as an on-turn action to bolster your allies within earshot.
Nice.
They gain +2 for 8 rounds. Kind of
I'll
playing
take it.
this, yeah. To hit saving throws and damage, including shock.
That's very nice.
Okay, 8 rounds is a very short time when you're not in combat.
Yeah.
And also, unfortunately, Eddie's not here when you do it. So, but hey, why not do it for flavor?
That's fine.
I'd like... You're distracted. I'd like you two to both roll a notice check as you have this conversation.
I rolled a 7.
I rolled a 12.
On a 12, as you are talking to Sally about your relationship with Erik, you see something carved on a floorboard behind, like over Sally's shoulder. Like roughly, like not professionally carved, like a kid with a dagger or something. Looking closer at it, it roughly approximates the Ysmir clan flag. It's like a circle with a triangle, and then there's more detail on the actual one, but this is not good. Just carved into the floorboard there.
I kind of stop singing and put my head over there. Excuse me. I stand up and slowly go to it.
Wait, I was about to win this hand.
Congrats. I throw a coin at you.
Actually, I take all your money in the pot.
Okay. She takes all your money.
Well, you already have all my money. I want that to be known.
Okay, you go over to the floorboard.
Yeah. Sorry, if I can get your attention here for a second.
Yeah. What's up?
Can you, I don't know, cast a spell or something to maybe ascertain if this is magical in any sense? And I knock on the...
Hollow as fuck.
Oh. Is it like a floorboard?
It's a board that is part of the floor, yeah.
Never mind.
Okay.
Sally, can you help me move this?
Oh, I'm very interested now. And I pull out my dagger and I try to pry open the board.
Yeah, I grab Renly's dagger and help her with it.
Okay. Underneath this is nothing. It's dirt down there. But on the underside of the board is carved KBM. And there is written with charcoal the name of a street corner in town.
Yeah. Should have searched the place better before I left.
Killer bowel movement?
That's what I'm thinking. Well, I can't read anyway.
Well, it's just letters.
You're not there. This is a street. I quickly, I flip it over and kind of place it to an area that I feel that Eddie might look at when he comes in, and just I kind of rearrange the room so it like kind of is an arrow towards it. So if he comes in, he can be like, "Oh, okay."
Roll me a straight intelligence check, please.
Oh, wait, why did I just roll one? Intelligence.
And I'll give you a +2 for how well you know Erik.
Is this a D20 or
2d6.
okay, 56. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
He carved the Aegir symbol. He carved the letters KBM. He wrote the address in charcoal.
Mhm.
He wanted you to wipe it away after you saw it.
Yeah.
You're kind of doing the opposite.
No, that's true. That's true.
It's okay. I'll find you guys later.
Maybe we could just like drop pickled herring and he could follow the smell.
He'll find our tracks. That's also true.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just make sure to leave my paw prints everywhere because that's
Asarius
probably
can
easiest.
just pee every few feet.
Yeah, there you go. I can mark my territory. I don't mind.
Brilliant. Well, if you do that, I feel like you might stop and actually like peel over and just get the track.
Maybe we could
Still
just
knows where
leave
to
a
go.
little note that says
No.
follow the yellow.
Let's not do any of that and hope he's smart enough to follow us. Let's go to the street.
I have a +1 to my intelligence.
Yeah, he can figure.
I'm a
he can
smart
figure
guy.
it out. But we're gonna cut over to Eddie now. You get into the prison.
Is it like a white?
Yes, actually, full Star Wars one.
Nice.
And then we come in on a mouse running through the tunnels of a prison.
How big is this prison?
It's like a
It's-
lens flare.
Excuse me, it's pretty big. It's the only prison on this main island.
Is it like one of those prisons that like spirals down, or like?
I wouldn't say it spirals down. There are lower and lower levels. Most of the cells are underground.
Okay.
Because Lowlight is an island filled with caverns to begin with, so it's not that hard to do sub-basements. Yeah, you're able to get past the guards easily. You're a mouse. What do they care?
There's tons of mouse in it.
Yeah, in fact, they welcome mice. They fuck with the prisoners.
Yeah.
They steal food. It's great. So there are stairs that go sort of like a zigzag down each level. And there's just cells everywhere. And there's so many prisoners in here. Pretty much every cell has someone in it. A lot of them have 2 or 3 people.
And I was just gonna ask, how do the guards look? Like, can I tell if they're mages or if they're just regular, like?
By their clothing, they're just regular guards.
Okay. So as I'm going down, I don't see a mage.
You don't.
Yeah.
You guys did, of course, see mages on the ships that you did battle with.
Do I hear any of them talking about the battle that's going on outside?
Yes. However, you don't speak the language here.
Wait, what's the language they speak?
Aragorn.
Daru Erekov.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're all speaking that language?
Yep. That's what Anen speaks.
Can't give you Archonics, can I?
Dang. Okay. All right, that's fine. Well, do I find his guy?
You don't know.
He gave me the description.
Yeah, but the description is not enough to identify someone really, for sure. Like, describe Max right now in a way that someone who didn't know him could pick him out of a crowd that had other 24-year-old Mexican people in it.
It smells funny.
Yeah.
He smelled like sweet pickles in an autumn spring day.
I will say you see
They smell like-
you see guys that could be that guy. But like I said, there's a huge number of prisoners here.
Well,
Really lucky.
could I at least discern the smell of prisoners that were similar to the house we were just in?
Ah, that's a great question. Yeah, I'll say on a successful check, you can do that. I'll allow survive or notice for that.
Okay. Nice. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, you find a level of this prison where like half the cells seem to be full of people who were in that house.
Nice. Okay. I start to observe them, and do I feel like was your guy like a leader type guy?
What you heard from Zora was that in your absence, he became the leader of the resistance.
I mean, with body language, can I tell if like one of them is more like higher stature than the rest of the people there?
With the roll you already did on survive, we'll just apply that same dice roll to notice. What would that be if it's notice charisma?
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a dude here who's in charge, and again, you don't speak the language here, but there's a guy about Anen's age who is in one of the cells that everyone seems to be looking to for
Nice. Okay.
leadership.
And is there guards in this current area?
So there's not a guard here right now, but you have seen that there are guards that patrol the halls. You haven't been here long enough to like memorize a pattern or anything.
Well, I'm gonna wait and see if I can see how long it takes for a guard to come back and go away.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, that's good. So in that 10 minutes, I'm gonna observe one of the guards and take his form.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spend 10 minutes taking one guard's form. And how many guards does the same guard is it the same guard that comes in here every time, or is it a different guard every time?
So there is a guard patrolling the halls on each level. So this level, it's the same guard every time.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna take that guy's form, and then
And I'll say the hallways are kind of like circular, so he'll be in the next one, and then
okay,
when he's not here.
and then I'm gonna follow him when he's not in here, and wait till he gets to a spot that's like
Out of sight.
out of sight. Execution attack.
He's dead. We're not even gonna bother with dice rolls.
Yeah, so-
he's a nobody, and you're level 8.
Yep. Execution attack, and then I hide the body
In
out
the
of-
convenient dumpster.
Yeah, in the convenient dumpster, or
Whatever, man.
or
Empty cell.
or shaft or cell. That's a better idea. And just maybe throw a dead body on top of him or something.
Okay.
And then I take his keys, and I take his form, and I go back to that cell. The first thing I do is go up to the cell, and I hold up the letter.
Can I describe Erik?
Yeah.
So Erik once had beads of golden gray in his hair. Black hair, once neatly kept in braids, are now frizzy and sort of like this afro. With green eyes of the sea, black hoops rather large in his ears, and a slightly crooked nose and a gorgeous smile.
Okay.
Just looks like some dude to you.
Yes, honestly.
Yeah.
And first I hold up this letter, and I just call out to them and say, "Does this mean anything to any of you?"
He looks at you. You speak Aklador?
I don't.
Aklador is what you speak.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What's that language again?
Daru
Daru.
Erik.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You know speak Daru Erikov?
I do. That's what they speak, right? Mm-hmm. No, but my friend Erik does.
Erik,
Sorry.
you are a guard here.
I'm actually not a guard.
Erik who?
And at that point, Eddie changes to his he changes into him.
We're going to break.
Yeah, I've been waiting to do that all night.
You know what? Take one for that.
I was not expecting you to do that.
See everyone in 10.
Back. We're back.
1 minute. And we're back.
We're back again.
We're back.
Back again.
There and back again.
Tag team back again. I don't know the
Anywho.
rest of it. I do actually. I just want a minute. We are back. Eddie has met Erik Ysmir.
Okay, so
Well,
just
Anen.
yeah,
Sorry.
just to make sure he knows you as Anen.
Definitely not as Erik.
He is.
Sorry,
He,
I meant to say Erik.
Yeah.
I meant to say Anen. Anen.
as far as you know, the real Erik is completely unaware that Anen has been using his name.
Okay.
But if
So-
you would like to reveal that, that would be even more funny.
And
you be you.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know how great my role playing was, but he barely speaks your language.
Barely
He's
speaks
probably picked it up from Anen.
I ask the people in there, does anyone speak my language?
Nobody.
Nobody?
Just a little.
Okay, I'll go slow.
He's
Yeah. First, he opens it up, but I say, actually, before I open it up, I say, you want to be quiet though. How many people are in this cell?
4,
4. And I say,
counting him.
I try to talk slowly, and I say, can you please tell them to not rush out or anything, because it's not safe yet.
They know. They're smart.
Okay, so I open it up, and I give him the letter, and I say, he sent me here.
He's coming back.
He's in the city. He's here now. I can take you back to your meetup.
They say he did. He looks at your arms. You took his exact form.
Yeah.
He's looking at the arms. What is?
And also the eye.
Yeah. Oh, the whole deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Why are you ugly now?
Find you unattractive.
The romance is over.
I tried to explain to him how my magic works, and I say this is how he looked to me when I first met him. And
he's gonna. I'm gonna say that because you're mimicking him perfectly, the stones are there, and like he
Nice.
can tell this isn't just tattoo. His arms like this. What happened?
I know exactly what happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I explained to him exactly what happened. His father got assassinated.
He's gonna stop you partway through. No time. No time.
Yeah, so, I say, okay, yeah, you're right. I'll explain more.
Where? Real guard.
Yes, I change back into real guard, and I say,
Where is the real guard?
oh, don't worry.
Are we in low light?
What if he was a
Yeah.
relative?
So that was a low light soldier that you killed.
Well, guard. Yeah.
I mean guard.
Yeah, you go.
Okay.
City watch member. Yeah.
and I say, these people in here, any of them can fight?
Most in these, my people.
I can get you out, but it's going to be... It might be easier if it's just you.
No.
You want me to take all of them?
All or none.
Yeah.
Prison break. Prison break.
It's okay. Be smart. Need plan.
Yes. I'm open to suggestions.
It's a big word.
Well, I dumb it down. If you have a plan, I would love to hear it. Oh, actually, I just came up with one.
There's a secret thing.
I fucking knew it.
I say the keys on this one, is it like a bundle of keys or is just one key?
Big ring of keys.
Okay. I say I can open up all these and cause chaos. But
Chaos.
But-
Attention.
there'll probably be casualties. On the way here, I'm thinking in my head, how many guards were there?
You saw probably a dozen on the ground floor, and then on each level below that there was one or two. But Erik is gonna say, we don't like killing our people. Low light, all our people.
Even the people that put you here?
Their job. Doing their job. Wrong, bad people in charge. Anen back. All goes away. But we have to fight sometimes. But we don't want to.
You want to see Anen? If you want to see him, be smart.
I understand. But it's not just what I want. But Lowlight needs her king. Bad people, guards, soldiers, following orders, need better orders.
Well, how about... I mean, it will be tougher, but maybe I can sneak you out. But again, it will be easier if it's just you. I can be a guard, and I can tell them that you're wanted outside for something.
A name that you would know is Arceus.
Arceus is the leader of the Atheum Cabal.
Yeah, I could say that he has summoned you. And I could take you to, which will be a lie.
Yes. They would not believe it. You, guard, works down here. Lord Arceus
Yeah.
would not summon me through him.
Not to mention the obvious language barrier.
Yeah.
If only I knew the language.
Name.
Sorry. I thought about giving him a fake name for a second. It's Eddie Bones. And
Cursed man.
you know my name?
Everyone. Eddie Bones. People back away.
And I try to say, I'm really actually a nice guy.
People in a couple of cells over, someone starts singing the song that you hired that
Oh,
bard to
yeah.
write.
Oh my god.
Nice callback.
That's good.
Nice callback. I really love that. Thank you. And Eddie kind of hears that song and he kind of gets nostalgic because he did that in the first city. And he's like, wow, I'm surprised my name has gotten this far.
Change shape, otherwise I wouldn't believe Eddie Bones.
I'll tell them, hey, don't get alarmed. I'm gonna show you my real thing just because I want to. You guys are fans, so I'm gonna change right now. Just don't be afraid, okay? So I changed into the wolf form, and just to show them. That's all.
Very scary. Very scary.
But I do something playful in the wolf form to make them,
Somehow even scary.
But then I change. But then I change back.
Listen, it's okay. I stay for now. You go to Anen, make plan. We all get out.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, I take that piece of paper he wrote. Can you write him a message on the other side?
Dear jackass. Fucked. How dare you? Yeah, he writes a message. He's not going to say anything compromising in this manner. So yeah, but he'll write a message saying, "I knew you'd come back. My people and I must all get out together." And Eddie, I think you will see, even though you can't understand what they're saying, as he explains to the people with him what you guys are talking about, they want him to leave. They're like, you have an opportunity to get out, but he won't leave without them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can tell it's tough there.
Yeah.
I also ask him if you can. I know it's not a big piece of paper, but if you can tell him anything any important information, that would be nice too. Like anything about what's happening in here.
Well, one piece of information that he's already said out loud, and he will write this down as well, which is that the citizens of Lowlight within the borders have been told that Annenbeck III is dead.
Okay.
Whereas people, you all know from before, people outside of Lowlight were told that he killed his father and was a witch and had escaped. So obviously there's some sort of information control at the border happening, where there's a propaganda that's for people inside and a different propaganda for people outside.
Okay. All right, so he writes that down. I take the paper.
Yeah.
And I say, all right, I'm going to go tell him, I'm going to go give him this note, and we're going to get you out of here. Actually, who did you say was in charge of all these guards again?
Oh, head guard? I don't know.
No, there was another name you mentioned.
You're talking about Arceus?
Arceus, yeah.
Well, yeah, Arceus is like the lead in the palace. Arceus is the leader of the whole.
What's his rank?
He is called Lord Arceus.
Is he a wizard?
He's a wizard. He's the leader of the Atheum Cabal, which is the cabal of wizards that has usurped the throne.
Wait, was he the one who killed his dad?
Among them.
Among them, yeah.
Okay.
He was among them.
Sorry, I'm just getting up to speed.
Actually, I'm trying to remember if I said specifically. I believe it was Arceus with his own hands that killed.
It was Arceus, Silwak, and Manjas.
Right, but you had the vision where you saw what happened, and I believe it was Arceus that did the actual stabbing.
Okay. I'm just getting confirmed from him, that's all.
Yeah, Erik doesn't, he's never seen Arceus with his own two eyes.
All right.
This is a street rat leading a street resistance versus a guy who usurped the throne. So, yeah.
All right. Well, before I leave, I I say, is there anything else you want me to tell him? Besides what you wrote.
I have heard. He's going to step away even from his own people now.
Okay.
He's going to lean into you. I have heard. Arceus. Not the true leader. Someone else. Orcs in low light. True leader commands orcs and atheum.
Orcs and atheum.
We have been trying to get into the palace laboratories. No luck. Secret may be there.
Laboratories. Gotcha. I say, thank you. And during all this, I do observe him for 10 minutes too, so I can take his form. just so I can have a little bit of fun when I come back.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can leave.
Okay.
You'll close the door. I
Yeah,
assume, and lock it.
I close the door, but I do take the keys still.
Okay.
And but now the guard's a problem.
Yeah, there's a dead guard now.
Man. Well, I'm just gonna have to rush. Well, actually, no. Before I
Turn into a wolf and devour the body.
I was gonna say because I don't speak the language. I was gonna say I was gonna go to a guard and tell him that I was gonna go home early, but no, I don't speak the language. So I'm just gonna leave.
Okay. In this case, we need to specify exactly what you did with the body. Obviously, the body doesn't have its clothes anymore. You would have taken it.
Well,
Eat it.
No. Technically, I don't need to take the clothes because
I think you do.
because of perfect mimic.
Yeah, only your body changes with that.
Things meld around you.
Yeah.
They melt into you, but I don't think they turn into clothes.
Yeah. So you would have
might
you would have had to put on his gear.
Carlos, correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah.
Or not.
Or not.
Or not.
But regardless of that, that's not relevant to the problem at hand. You
Yeah,
need
because
to-
the body's
you need to
still a
do
problem.
something with the body. Yeah.
Eat it. Eat it.
Can I make it so that...
You can't eat the bones, Eddie bones. Also, I don't think even in werewolf form, I don't think you can eat an entire human body.
No, I wouldn't want to do that
There'd be
anyway.
blood everywhere.
You know what? I'm just gonna set up the body in a place.
You execution tech this guy. There's a visible stab wound in the back of his neck.
Yeah.
He's-
Actually,
What are you about?
back at
I'm
you.
gonna use my 8th level spell. Return this guy back to life.
You have a spell?
You can do that?
What?
Revive the fallen.
Your healer art.
Yep.
Oh,
Only
not a spell, healer art.
only expert healers is the spell I've been waiting to get since 8th level. I mean, since forever. I can only get at 8th level.
Read it to me.
He's still gonna remember.
Only expert healers are capable of mastering this art. You cannot learn until you hit 8th level. Commit effort for the day. So this is going to take my day for my day. Revive a recently slain creature by touching it. This ability must
It's so hacked.
What are you doing?
be used on a target within 1 minute per caster level.
8 minutes.
So
okay, so we
So if Eddie had this in mind, I probably leave sooner.
yeah.
yeah.
If you had this in mind,
Yeah.
you would have
And-
left. So
you will not will not work on a corpse that's dismembered, obviously.
okay,
And the target takes 6 strain and is automatically maxed.
Okay, so I'm going
And
to...
they'll be unconscious for 24 hours.
Oh,
because I'm letting you retcon this,
Yeah.
I'm going to put a little bit of a penalty on it. You have to choose between leaving after 8 minutes so you can bring this guy back, or staying for 10 minutes so you can imitate Erik.
No, I'll leave after 8.
Yeah.
It's not that worth it for that joke.
Yeah, because that was just a gag.
Yeah. So yeah. Actually, this kind of is great because what this guy says to me about not killing his own people
Yeah.
resonates with Eddie, and he kind of feels bad for killing that guy now, because he realizes he was just doing his job.
Yeah.
So that's why he goes up to his body, and for the first time ever, Eddie touches him and tries to use the healing ability, but for a brief moment, it maximizes to something different he's never done before.
Okay.
And maybe even I do a prayer to
Yeah, and
Nakashi too.
I would say that there is an element of your recent ability to divine the future involved in even trying to heal a guy that you know is dead.
Yeah. Because this is my first time using this ability. So
Yeah.
revive the fallen, revive him. He's now unconscious and just sitting. He's just laying next to the side, and I'll just make it so that maybe he fell asleep.
All right.
And then I turn back into a rat and I leave.
Okay, so Eddie has left. We're going to cut back to the house. We had a good long conversation with Sally and Anen. We had a good long scene with Eddie and Erik. What is Asarius up to? Obviously, studying, research.
Yeah, I don't think I'm as involved in this current situation as I should be. I'm just like a college student studying for tests right now, like a impending test that I need to deal with. So I've been really trying to like knock out some of these spells that I need to get to.
Okay. I think Renly is probably going to start, after, a little while in this house, Renly's probably going to start trying to get your attention.
I mean, he can.
I know that what you're doing is important, like especially in the long run, but Anen's going to need you when we go up against the Cabal. They are more powerful than when we left. And it may be because of destiny, right?
Yeah.
But their apprentices were casting high-level spells in Earthstall.
Which is why I feel like I need to get these spells in my repertoire.
Respectfully, we're here. The time to study has passed.
I slam my book closed. It's funny how... Yeah, that's true. Can you... Yeah, take over him. He slams it closed. It's funny how I feel like I have all the time in the world, and until now, or I've had all the time in the world until now. Now I feel like I don't have enough time.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go support him. I'm here. You're right. I'm here.
And this is probably around the time... Well, you guys left, right?
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
left
they-
the house and
they
went
left.
This is probably a conversation as we were leaving.
Okay. So Eddie, you get back to the house, you find nothing. Obviously, you would know to sniff out for them. You know what your friends smell like.
Yeah, especially now because I'm the dog form.
Yeah.
So I'm
You don't
sniffing
even have
around.
to change form
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Yeah, so you'll arrive at this street corner a little while after they do. How do you guys approach it?
Casually.
No, it's stealthily. Yeah, honestly. Rounding the corner, I try to see if there's any probably the windows are boarded.
I'm assuming.
Well,
you've
I'm
got,
asking,
like, a hood.
what's the street like? Is it like a good area, a bad area?
It's in the stacks.
It's in
a
the
bad
stacks.
area.
All of it's bad.
According to you, like, the people who live in these neighborhoods don't necessarily think that.
Yeah, that's probably better for the people that live there. It's all relative, Like,
I've been assuming that you brought some kind of hood or something.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I could just make you invisible.
Actually, that would be very helpful.
Make us all invisible.
Can
Okay.
you do that? Can you
Now-
make everyone invisible?
Now that I am present and accounted for, I believe I can make everyone invisible. I think it's up to my level, so at 8 people.
I am now the hooded pirate.
What was it called again?
Call me Robin the Hood.
Too many papers. I got you guys. Got it. Excellent.
Yeah, close.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We choose up to 1 visible willing target per caster level. Yes.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
all of us.
They're all invisible, and so is Renly.
Yep.
So are a couple other people who aren't here.
Are there windows in this place where we could maybe peek in instead of going through the front, or maybe is there roof access?
Was it?
You don't know what
corner,
place.
right?
It's a corner.
Yeah.
There are several potential places it could be.
When we round the corner, I start to attempt to peek into through windows. I know several of them are boarded up, but there's cracks in it. So just peering in, see if there's any light, or try to hear for any conversations.
You can't see anything that way. All the buildings are empty when you look in the windows, as far as you can see from the windows.
I'm stepping around as well. And
you guys didn't bring anyone from the ship with you, right? It's just you guys.
No, it's just us.
Okay, so after a few minutes, you don't see when this person appears, but there is a cloaked, hooded figure standing silently on the sidewalk on one side.
time to test my new thing here.
Just facing you guys.
I am going to invisibly cast Apprehending the Arcane Form 2.0. Enhanced.
The person you are looking at is infected with this spell.
Awesome. Is there any other...
Not currently being mind controlled.
Okay. And is there any other magical things that I could see in the area as well?
No.
Okay. Other than...
But the palace, if you were to turn that direct, the palace is up so you can see it from everywhere.
Yeah.
It shines like the sun.
Oh.
There is so much shit going on up there.
Yeah.
Does the guy seem to see us, or have I don't know, that semblance of he's looking at us?
No.
Okay.
But he is definitely looking in your direction.
I am holding my breath.
General direction.
It's so weird. I turn back to see if what he's looking at, or just kind of follow his eyesight.
Sorry, go ahead.
He seems to just be looking at one of the buildings.
Which building?
The one behind you guys.
Yeah.
Who doesn't seem to know we're here yet, basically.
As far as you can tell, he does not know.
I am going to, I think, out of all of us, release Renly's invisibility first.
Oh.
Are you going to do that while he is visible to this person, so that he just pops into existence in front of this guy? Or
No.
You gonna...
So how this guy kind of just appeared?
Yeah.
It's not going to be right in front of him. It's going to be sort of off to his side.
Yeah.
The corner of his vision.
Okay, so he looks over and sees Renly there. What do you want him to say?
We got your message.
He probably doesn't speak the language.
He does.
He
He lived here for years.
Okay.
In addition to that, I could actually make myself speak the language.
Yeah. He says, "Who are you?"
I am... So we feel like that message was on our side.
Yes.
That would make the most sense.
I think we'll play it a little safe. What was the commander's name of the fleet that we took from Lowlight? The blockade that we ran. Do we still have that name?
I never named him, but you can just say
okay.
the name.
I'm a soldier of Admiral Markov.
You must have me mistaken for someone else. Are you still wearing that blue robe?
Yeah, he's always in that.
That's the robe of the Atheum Cabal.
Well, no, he's in a... Is it? I thought he was always in his own.
I based the Atheum Cabal's robes on Renly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought Renly was just always in his own little poncho. Okay. So he grins a little bit and he's like, okay, good. Wanted to see your reaction first. I am here with Anen, sorry. Accents, different language. Would he?
This person turns to leave,
Well,
like fast.
Drop the spell.
you can drop it.
Oh, drop. I said that out loud.
It doesn't work, and I drop it.
You say it out loud. He turns to look at you, and a second later,
Yeah.
you pop into visibility.
You can't drop it. I was just kidding.
Your king has arrived.
Nice.
You see this person start to drop to a knee,
Stand up.
and then doesn't even get that far. Instead, rushes to you, this way, and tries to get you off the street.
Oh, okay.
He takes you inside a building, pulls back his hood, and it's Eric's brother.
You would know Renly then. Well, actually, no, that's not
No.
true. Yeah, you're right. You're
Eric
right. Yeah.
maybe has seen Renly.
Maybe,
Eric's
yeah.
brother, no.
Yeah, okay, you're right. You're right.
I've seen you before.
Yeah.
Is this Eric? No.
Dustin.
Austin, how are you?
I'm not good.
Oh, so
Eric's in prison.
Eric's brother. Sorry, everything's just connecting. Sorry, it's been such a long. This is Dustin. He's Eric's brother. It's honestly, he's alive. Yes.
I think so. I don't know. He was not killed on the spot.
Okay. Okay. Well, there's that. It's the rest of the resistance. Are. I've heard.
When you say that, he suddenly, like, his whole demeanor changes. Like he just gets scared. What resistance?
I've heard some things about Erik.
Erik is innocent. He was arrested because he was standing near some people.
You really believe that about your brother?
Give me a charisma notice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
So double sixes.
Double
12,
sixes.
13, 14, 15.
I mean, he looks a little bit like Erik.
The resistance in Lowlight has been fighting wizards for months.
Yep.
You show up looking like Annenbeck III, but with a weird eye and glowy tattoos. And all of a sudden you're asking questions about the resistance.
Yeah. Okay. A lot has happened. I'm not a wizard. He's one of the good ones. He, when everything was happening, got me out. I look like this because of a lot of things. I don't have time to tell you a story. I'm here to find Erik.
We've taken control of the Navy. We've taken control of the Allied fleets.
Yes, there is a huge war happening outside.
You may
of
have heard
those
it.
mountains.
You
That is
don't
us.
act like Anen.
Oh, how do you want me to act? All Lord and Prince-like? Good God, shit has happened. I don't have time for that right now.
This is closer.
Fuck you, dude.
That's the thing. Okay.
There it is.
He gives you a hug. I mean, sorry, my liege.
Can
Whatever.
Fucker.
can I arrive now?
Sure.
So you guys hear a rat come in. Oh no, you see a dog come in.
How'd you find us? Oh yeah, because I peed everywhere.
Sally's still invisible out there.
So Yeah.
I'm keeping watch.
And Asarius.
Someone has to keep watch, okay?
So yeah, you see a dog go, like sniffing around.
It sniff right at me, and I'm like, I pet you
Sniffing.
invisibly, and then I
It's like-
point towards the building
Invisibly.
Invisible.
invisibly.
It's all right.
So-
You already knew that going
Yeah.
there.
So yeah, so I go in there, and I see you guys obviously, and I change back, and I say, "I'm back."
Goody.
What the fuck?
Dustin, this is a friend of mine, Eddie.
Eddie Bones.
Fuck you.
Eddie Bones, this is Dustin. And from henceforth, I will be translating.
Eddie Bones,
Yes,
the cursed man.
that is the one.
I heard he turned into like a big dog, like a wolf.
He is also that. You
all
do
right,
not need to
That
show
was
up.
not-
Do not.
I was about.
You can't understand this.
Yeah, I can't understand that's going on right there. And I said,
Eddie Bones just turns into a little dog.
No, it doesn't matter, Dustin. Oh my God, I really want to punch you right now. Focus.
I would punch you back, but you're the king.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I could do it once.
I say I met Eric.
Eric,
He's still alive.
Yeah. And I take out the note and I say he actually wrote a note for you on the back.
Okay.
Here you go.
Thank you. I just pocket it. I don't read it.
it says "fuck you, dude."
You know where he's at though.
Yes, he said he will not come with me unless he can bring everyone with him.
Idiot.
I know.
And he also told me that there's a bigger threat in play that's located in the laboratory of that castle.
It could be.
Someone's
Oh my gosh! It could be. This is not in the Archive language. This could be Destiny.
I don't maybe, but he did mention that somebody's controlling what was it again?
Orcs and the Atheum Cabal,
Controlling the orcs and the Atheum Cabal.
which you kind of already knew because there were orcs on the skyships and orcs were dropped into the city.
But he said specifically the lab.
All right. So first stop is the laboratory, I suppose. We need to release the prisoners, though.
He doesn't want any bloodshed.
Listen, Eric
man.
Eric has been very clear about this. And it's the one thing that really has gotten people to follow him. We're fighting them, not them. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do, but as much as possible, we don't put hands on our own people.
Fine. None of it will happen to the soldiers. Jeez.
No, listen,
So
there's
Fall to
more
sleep?
here.
Good.
I have a plan. Let's finish. What do you guys say?
After you left, the Cabal began to get more powerful than they ever were before. They used to just be like the king's wizards, and we never heard anything about them except there were like whispers that the king had some wizards.
Yeah, I remember.
The king died, you disappeared, we heard you died, and then all of a sudden they started throwing fireballs from the palace. They started converting ships into flying ships. They started doing these things that they'd never done before.
Sounds about right.
And they said that because the Atheum Cabal had been appointed as the king's vizier, collectively, that they were now the ruling power of Lowlight. And legally, apparently they were. But then some people said multiple people can't be the vizier. And it was like that should have been dealt with before the king died. It's a lot.
well,
When chaos ensues, a lot of laws are, manipulated in favor of those who are seeking power.
Yeah, we all know that.
Eddie says, I think the best way to get Eric out is with a king's blessing.
So it's just you three? Ah!
You hear coughing invisibly.
The admiral of the ships is out there, invisible, keeping watch.
Invisible?
Yes, thanks to
I'm a ghost. That's why you can't see me.
She's not a ghost.
thanks
She's not.
to the one that you saw, Renly.
Renly's there.
You're Renly.
Or Sarius is still invisible, but Renly's still here.
I think that Dustin has heard of Renly because you
Yeah,
were such
I mean-
an important figure to Anen, and yeah.
I am indeed, yeah. Technically, I wonder if they ever actually removed
Oh.
me from the Cabal. I guess I'm technically a part owner of the ruling party at the moment.
Oh damn, yeah.
Oh, Eddie says, I know Erik said not to kill any of the guards or whatever, but is it okay if we kill that one guy that killed your dad?
Yes.
No, he's the guy that we're killing. That he
So
doesn't
that's
understand you.
So
Well,
that's
I'm like translating.
and I say so that's okay.
To me,
The ATM Cabal, they're foreigners.
Yeah,
none
they are.
none of
They're
them are even
parasites.
from Lowlight, and they're the bad guys. Yeah.
So let's just go inside that castle.
Step 1, prison break. I can...
The problem is if we do the prison break, there's gonna be casualties.
Well, can't
No, it's
Renly
fine.
just order them to release all their prisoners as
No.
a member of the Cabal?
I probably can't.
They probably scrubbed them out at this point.
What I can do, though, is create a hole in worked stone that's 10 feet deep. So as long as they're not too deep underground, I could just open up a hole in a wall somewhere and create a back door.
Have you made a Sarius visible yet?
No.
So there's still just an invisible Sally and an invisible Fox.
Well, Asarius is just, he doesn't care. He's like, I don't need to be invisible right now.
That's true.
so
I like that.
So we're gonna do a prison break to get them out stealthily.
Yes, if there is indeed a way we can create a back door, yes.
And then from the prison, I believe we can go into the laboratory before heading up to wherever Arceus is. Arceus and his goons.
What do we want to do first? The prison break or?
Prison break, absolutely. I want
Okay.
to set Erik free.
All right.
Yeah, the longer he's in there, the more likely something happens to him.
All right.
Plus, with the... Oh, did you tell us about the guard he killed?
But he unkilled him.
I un-
Oh, you can-
well, I don't
Is that
say.
going to help?
Huh?
Is that actually going to help? Because the guard knows
Do
he
you-
was killed,
do you
right?
even
No,
tell
No.
him that you killed
He
him?
doesn't know he was killed.
Oh, okay.
He's unconscious for a bit after he comes back to life.
He's
so
we have
Eddie-
24 hours.
He
The
never even
question
saw
is,
it.
do you tell us that you killed him
No.
and resurrected him?
No. I just say I have the keys.
Technically, at the end of the day, all you did was knock him out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just knocked them.
So,
So I have the keys, so I can go back
Right.
there and let them all out. The only problem is it possible to put them all to sleep? The guards?
I can definitely do that. Yes.
200-foot radius. You can put all the guards on a certain end of the building to sleep. The spell passes through stone and everything, right? So a 200-foot radius would go all the way down. But the problem is everyone was in that radius, including prisoners.
Well,
There's
we
no
can just
way to
wake up.
direct it.
We can just wake up the prisoners.
Or
there.
have them carry out the prisoners would carry each other out. The
Yeah,
ones who
they
are
can-
still awake.
they can
That's
just
right.
wake
Does
up.
the spell say that an action will wake someone up?
Yeah.
So the prisoners will just continue to wake each other up and let them.
I'd like it. And with your
also, or this... I mean, we could also just set the opposite end of the building on fire so the guards are distracted. And then we just
Ooh, and then
create
they
a back
crash.
door.
Absolutely. You set. You set the fire. Get the fuck out of there, and I'll
Put them all to sleep.
Yeah, put them all to sleep.
Why do we need a fire for putting them to sleep?
To gather them.
To gather them in one location.
They might not all go into one location though.
Either way. Let's go.
Depends how big the fire is.
Depends on how big the fire is.
I think doing it without the fire is probably better.
Alright.
In my opinion.
Sally invisibly looks so disappointed.
Disappointed that there's no fire.
If we want to do Eric's wishes of not killing anybody,
Fine.
I mean, I'm
Yeah,
on
it's
board.
unlikely that many guards would run over us to
Yeah.
fight a fire
Yeah,
anyway.
so yeah, let's do that.
it's not the office.
Sleep, hole, and I got the keys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dustin, how good are you at fighting these days? I know you were a little, weakling when it came to everything. Eric's words, not mine.
I can lift more than Erik can.
Well, yeah, of course.
And I'm still invisible. I can knock people out.
It's for the scene.
Who?
It's for the same.
I mean, so once we're done with the scene, it's kind of.
I can fight.
Great. Join us.
Okay, I thought we were putting people to sleep, not fighting.
You're gonna join us.
The after
when,
part.
Yeah, when the resistance comes together and like fights
To help
I'm
against
in the
mob.
resistance. Why do you think I was here?
You just said never mind. Cool. You're gonna join us anyway. I hate Dustin. He's so annoying.
Did you think that I was waiting here in the secret spot that Erik left you a message to meet him in?
So what?
Just for no fucking reason?
I don't know what you do.
How long has
in
that
your
message
spare-
been there?
A week? 2?
How did Erik know we were coming?
Hope.
He never said. He just said he knew Anen was coming back.
Okay.
So you were waiting here for a week?
They got our hideout. We've been hiding out here now.
Okay.
Everyone else is in the basement.
Well, let's execute this prison plan then.
Sweet.
Let's go.
To the prison.
Okay.
Suddenly there's a fox and a admiral.
Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, just the cutest being ever.
He carries my books.
He's wearing a hat.
He doesn't like
And that's
the sun.
adorable.
It looks like a cat and a dog together.
I whisper, that's the devil.
The what?
The devil himself.
We don't have that
El
word.
Diablo.
El Diablo, yes.
One of the three sisters.
Weird. All right. Prison break. Sleep spell is what we're doing.
Yeah,
plus
sleep spell.
Stone opening spell.
Stone openings. And I have the keys.
You have the mat still, right? So we could just find a wall that we could pierce through. That's either directly into their cell or above their cell.
Okay. With the array of abilities and items that you guys have at your disposal at this juncture, it's no problem to put the guards to sleep, wake up the prisoners. You could make a hole in the stone. What could be a problem is doing this without anybody else in the city noticing that you're letting out all these prisoners from the
Well, we can do it at night.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'll help.
Yeah. So we wait until nightfall, and then we do it then.
Okay. I will want a group stealth roll. You may add dexterity.
We may or we should have.
You have to.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm still 0.
7 minus 1 is 6, plus
Snake eyes
dexterity
from
is a
Anen.
7.
7.
8.
So unfortunately, I don't think I passed it. I only got.
No way, guys.
I got 4, 5, 6.
You know,
Someone should make us invisible.
How did I get the highest? I'm not going to use another spell slot on you guys.
Someone can make you guys invisible, but no one can make all the people you're pulling out of prison invisible.
Yeah.
Oh, well, so I guess we make some commotion.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. A fire would have been.
All right. So you wait till nightfall. You go to the prison. You knock out the guards. Asarius creates a hole in the stone. Important question. Are you just taking the people who were arrested with Erik, or are you taking everyone?
everyone.
Erik said everybody.
Erik said, well, what Erik said is he wouldn't leave without his people.
Oh, okay.
It depends who's in his cell. I can only open up one hole without casting
Well-
another spell.
Well, I'm thinking
I
of it.
assumed you were opening the hole in the hallway and then unlocking the cells with the keys.
Yeah.
Could do that too.
Yeah.
Either way, people can like filter
Yeah.
throughout. The way that I'm seeing it and imagining it is kind of like a multiplier effect, where like, we wake up a few and then they keep waking everyone up.
Yeah.
And of course, with all the guards asleep, they just take the keys and continue to unlock.
Yeah, and that'll work just fine.
Yeah.
And the opening of the hole in the stone is so that these people don't all leave right through the front door.
Right.
Unfortunately, they do have to leave and go out into the street. And at that point, one of the ships overhead, the only one,
Yeah.
Comes
no
back.
longer distracted or in battle, spots them and a message is sent.
All right.
That still works to our advantage.
You hear a horn blowing from up near the palace, and lights start to come on, like street lights turn on by themselves all over the street around here.
Can there be a high rock that I can be standing at?
I mean, you're in town, so be up on a building.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Just so I can like see everything happening.
Sure. Yeah. So you guys are at the prison. These lights come on. The horn blows from the direction of the palace, and you hear an answering horn from the direction of the barracks.
Yeah.
Oh, the guards woke.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fight.
Well, right now you have a couple hundred people in the street.
What a good distraction while we make
Yeah.
a break into the
Yeah.
laboratories.
Yes.
Yes, this is yeah. We're gonna use this to our advantage, and we're gonna try to go.
Stealth out.
Yeah, I guess go the opposite way and try to make it to the castle now.
Oh, but
Okay.
how's your reunion with Erik? Erik?
I'm not in the cells.
You're outside.
Yeah.
So you probably see Erik come out of the cell. You guys probably come out of the prison through the hole. You guys probably make eye contact right when that horn blows and the lights come on.
I'm gonna stay there long enough until I see a group of, or like a huge group of the soldiers coming in to fight the enslaved people, and cast Enfeebling Wave, just to give people a fighting chance.
Okay. We're going to bypass that, mechanically speaking.
Yeah.
We'll just say that it works. The soldiers are enfeebled. You give your resistance a fighting chance to get away.
Yeah.
And we'll deal with whether that worked when you guys return. But right now you're going to the palace, right?
Yep.
What are you doing about the fact that you just made eye contact with Erik?
I'm up above. I smile at him before looking at the soldiers, and he sees the pulse of bright white from the stones as I cast the spell, and then step down so he no longer sees me from the building. It's not a time for talking at the moment.
He clearly agrees. He is leading people away and directing them to break up, go different directions, and get off the street.
Yeah.
He is now taking charge of the escape.
And we're using that to our advantage to get to the castle.
Yeah.
Actually, a tiny moment, if you would allow. Leaving the door as the chaos of all of that happens. If I happen to run into him, I hug him momentarily and just say, "Later, don't die,"
You either.
and I run.
He as well. Okay. How are you guys trying to get into the palace?
The same way we left the palace.
Yeah, they know the back
When
way.
we escaped.
Okay, then this is important. I need you, because you were unconscious,
Yep.
I need you to roll a stealth check. This is retroactive. Did they find that exit?
Oh. Should I use my current stealth or my stealth back in the day?
It's got to be the stealth from back in the day.
All right, so it's actually instead of a +1,
Maybe it should
it's
be a luck
a -1.
Yeah.
No, it's not a luck roll because he was deliberately trying to escape.
Oh no.
Oh no, yeah. 4.
4. Okay, so obviously that doesn't mean you didn't escape, but it does mean
Yeah. they found
that
it.
you did not do it in a way where they never figured out how.
Yeah.
And I think you're smart enough to know that.
So
Yeah.
So can you make another hole?
Really don't want to keep using all my spells for the day.
I would honestly say that.
How would you get in?
I think this is pretty important. like
The thing is, I climbed in and out. I mean, it was difficult, but there is ways of.
Well,
climbing through
we
underneath.
have a guard. We could turn you in.
your old method of sneaking in and out to see Erik
God, as well.
leads to your chambers, not to the laboratories. So you could use it. I would say no roll required. It was canonically never discovered, or you would have been stopped.
That's true.
But you would then have to go through the entire palace to get down to the basement laboratories.
Yeah.
Do we know where the laboratories is? Do you guys know where the laboratories is?
You would
Yeah,
probably
you both
know.
know. You both
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So if can you make a hole that's the closest to it?
Probably not without still getting deeper into my old passageway or tunnel or something.
But they probably covered that tunnel up.
I don't know if they covered it. I don't know what they changed. I just imagine they would have found it.
Maybe we could act as guards and be arresting officers of fugitives.
Well, it wouldn't make sense to bring them to the palace, though.
And I don't.
Wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it make more sense that we would take them to the prison?
The king is.
It would be a pretty big sell to try to convince somebody that 2 regular guards captured
And
us.
we don't speak the language.
Oh, that's
You
right.
Yeah.
don't need to. I can just make a fuss big enough that whoever is there can understand that you are taking me to see Arceus. You captured me. You don't need to talk at all. One look at me.
They're gonna ask
And-
me a question, though.
I will talk over that.
But
We could bandage your throat to make it look like you can't talk.
Eddie says, but no, this is besides the point, though. I think it's better if we can get to that lab without anyone knowing.
Okay. The only way that I can think of, which will take forever, is through my chambers.
Where's your chambers?
Up above.
In a tower.
I can carry you up there.
I can climb up there.
I can fly up there.
Great. Everyone gets there.
Yeah. So I can take you guys one at a time.
Take them one at a time. By the time they're all up there, I will have climbed up there.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, actually, I would say flying is great, but this is an escape route that Erik used to use regularly when he had no powers. So
Fine.
it's
Well-
not necessary to fly.
Well, we'll go in from there then.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to go the long way then, and maybe create a hole
Later.
later,
Yeah.
if applicable.
I have some power. Yes, I can do some more.
All right.
Okay. You guys begin to sneak through the.
You have any more invisibility
Yeah.
slots? We could turn ourselves invisible once we get in, and then we can just go straight
If
to
we
the lab.
combine that, okay, I have enough power to probably cast about 3 more spells today.
The invisibility is great. Maybe not the whole.
Yeah, we could just use invisibility and get to the lab.
Save the last 2 for Arceus.
Yeah.
If it's just him.
Let's hope.
All right, I think invisibility will help us at least. Yeah, it'll probably cost more spells to get down there if we don't go invisible.
Yes. Sure.
All right, so once again, I open up the book and cast invisibility on the 5 of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Once we're inside the castle.
Yeah.
All right. You guys find yourselves standing in Anen's old room. You know, it's a classic teenager escape route. There's a tree near the window and everything. Hole under the wall out in the yard.
Has it been 2 hours since we met? Oh, it has been, huh? So my apprehending is gone.
The apprehending the arcane form is gone. Do you cast invisibility before you went into the room or after you got in?
After
we got
in, just to save time.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll say, who has the best stealth?
Me.
Yeah.
I have +1.
I have +2.
+2, and your
So-
dex is pretty good, right?
Well, my dex is +1.
Okay. So yeah, you're getting a +3 total.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll that, and take a +1 because of the
4,
invisibility.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus
11.
1, so 11.
11.
Okay, what that does is the casting of the spell is clearly noticed. As soon as you guys go invisible,
Yep.
another like alarm happens where the walls of the palace itself flare green for a second. And
Huh, that's new.
the timing of it was clearly a response to you casting a spell.
Yeah.
However, they still can't actually see you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to move through the palace while they're looking for you without being seen.
So they know a spell was cast, but they don't know what spell.
They don't know what spell.
Okay.
It could be a coincidence, but very unlikely.
Okay.
And you guys make it down to the lab, where at this time, none of the Atheum Cabal are, because they are searching the palace for whoever cast a spell.
Nice.
Well, there's that.
Good stealth roll.
And what do we see in this lab?
It is full of so much more shit than what used to be here. Most prominently, I mean, of course, there's beakers and vials and things bubbling and things glowing and magic items all over. Most prominently, what you see that you know you have never seen before is an omnium bindstone that's the wrong color.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
It is red, and where most of them are spherical, this one has been faceted, and it's pulsing with light every so often.
What does it seem to have any draw towards him or effect on him?
Do you go near it?
I would say
I mean,
not,
don't
I
go
would
near
say
it.
not to.
Oh, we don't all enter?
I
Well,
mean,
you're in the room, but it's a large room. You don't have to go over there.
yeah. Stand back from this.
Why?
It's still an Omnium Bindstone. It just doesn't look like it.
I try to peek in.
Eddie, would you mind seeing if you can acquire that stone?
Acquire it, just pick it up.
Well, the last... Actually, I wasn't there for the last
Yeah,
time
yeah,
you picked
yeah.
it up.
What happened last time?
Oh, well, last time I...
Well, last time you tried to shape change it into your body.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, still.
All right.
But I say, was this your lab?
No, mine was hidden.
This was like the communal lab of the whole cabal. They also each had their own private.
So they wouldn't set traps here, would they?
Now who knows?
It's hard, yeah. Like they have lab assistants, things come in and out, and apprentices. So it would be difficult to have traps on and off all the time. However, the stone could still be a trap in itself, or have some negative effect in itself.
You're all telling me you're not curious what would happen if I picked it up?
Oh my god,
No.
you could literally be gone.
I think you know more about this stone than me. Maybe you should go.
Yeah, can I do like just a general magic sniff?
Just like a knowledge roll.
Yeah, like just trying to check it out and see if I can sense anything or lead into it.
Yeah, I will say it will be like a mundane check unless you use apprehending the arcane.
Yes,
form. So it will just be looking at it, trying to guess what they did.
Is it mounted to anything or connected to anything else, or is there any other paperwork or anything nearby that looks
It's
like it
just
would be?
sitting on a table. At this point, have you walked up to it at all?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, it's sitting on a table. There are some sketches near it, but they're not of this. They're like some other, like, they're of the flying machines from the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I direct you and say, like, maybe we should stand by the door.
9 on the
to
dice.
Listen for anything.
10, 11, 12, 13.
Guns are at the ready.
13?
Yeah.
With a 13,
Obviously, I can't get magical checks from it, but I
Yeah.
can still get any possible information I can...
so looking at it,
Wait, I'm sorry, was it a magic check?
yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, looking at it, you understand that it is, like I said when you first saw it, immediately recognize that it is basically an omnium bindstone. I mean, you invented these things, you went through many iterations before you got one that worked.
Yeah.
This is that. This is they're trying to make one that does something new.
Wow.
You don't know why it's pulsing like that.
We need to take it or destroy it. This cannot stay here.
You can
Do
just
you know how to destroy it?
Yeah,
I don't. Not yet.
All right.
And he says, "Do you know? Yeah, can these stones be destroyed?"
No, but I do have some ideas of how to hide it if we can't get it out of here.
Are you gonna take it?
Yeah, I think Renly's gonna walk up and snatch it.
You guys see when Renly reaches out and puts his hands on this thing, the red pulsing in it stops and becomes a solid light and shoots down his arms. And you see Renly start to become insubstantial, like immaterial. He can't move, like he's being electrocuted. Particles of this red light merge with Renly's body like a weird particle effect and follow the magical link back to Asarius.
I don't even think it has to go that far because honestly, I think Asarius would try to run and try to grab him.
It doesn't matter. You're already right there.
I'm also running
Asarius,
to help.
The particles follow the magical link back
Yeah.
to Asarius. And he goes insubstantial, breaks up into like dust, and is sucked through Renly into the stone.
Dang.
With Renly.
No.
Through Renly.
Through Renly. He passes through Renly's body into the stone. The light turns off. The stone clatters to the ground. Renly passes out. Asarius is gone.
I run.
Asarius!
I grab you
I
before
try-
you could like touch anything. And
We'll see everyone next week.
No,
That's the end.
All right, everyone. Asarius is captured. We'll see you in the future.
It was an Asarius capture stone. Oh,
It's
it was
almost as
super
though-
effective.
It's almost as though he's been working on a new form of Omnium Bindstone for thousands of years. All right, good night, everyone. We'll see you
Wow.
next week.
Thanks for watching.
And catch
Oh
up.
my
watching.
God.
Is next week's the
Capture stone
final?
was
Next week is the final week of this game before we
We
take
go.
a month off for Godless. So